Good afternoon, good evening, Randomania. We are here. We are here with Final Fantasy Randomizer. I am Dark Moon. I am joined in the booth by Mr. Versetti. Versetti, how you doing today?
Oh, pretty good, Dark Moon. Appreciate the intro. Just getting ready to see a good match between Sho Fukamachi and Zardia here, and they should be getting ready.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a. You go.
No, I was going to say they should be getting ready to get started anytime now.
Anytime now, yeah. I'm waiting on the timer from SRL to show it, and we'll be good to go at that point. 1 second. So what we got right now today is a little bit of a special kind of set of flags here. I have them up, and I'm going to be checking stuff off for us as we go. For the most part, it's going to look like what you're used to. We've got standard randomizer fun options here, randomized magic levels, item magic is on, which is always amusing to see, so you can get like nuke stabs and other things. The RNG table, of course, is randomized, so you don't know when the encounters are going to be happening. Enemies are fully randomized, they've got the random skills and status, everything you tend to expect from a standard Randomania match. Oh yeah. And of course, you know, your treasures are randomized, your quest rewards are randomized, everything's in the pool. We've got an incentivized ice cave and incentivized ordeals. Those are the places people are going to want to go. In the pool, we have your standard progression items, your quest items, floater canoe. Those are the things that they're going to be searching for. And then, as a bonus, an alternate final boss, which we can't reveal because we in the booth don't know what it'll be.
Nope, we sure don't. No, and there's a couple extra special things, too, I believe, that we're going to be doing this evening.
There are. Of course, we have full entrance randomizer, entrance shuffle, town shuffle, all that together, so you're not certain where things are going to be. Now, there are no deep deep Temple of Fiends, and there's no deep towns, so you don't have to worry about that. But you will be searching around in all the dungeons. The pillars are randomized, Titan's Trove is blocked, Melman does Nice and Zozo, so you're going to have your enemies going. And there's even a few flags here that I don't even recognize because this is the alpha channel, so things are going to get a little interesting. They're going to be able to hit Sarda up early, they're going to be able to go to the Sage early, get themselves whatever the Circle of Sages have, which is actually the Confused Old Men, so the wandering yoga party of sages. And there's going to be early ordeals if they can get over to it, so as soon as they get that canal and a ship or the airship, they're going to be good to go there.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Sho Fukamachi, it looks like he's all ready to go, and it looks like Zar's just finishing up his last party member name in here, and then I think we're going to be ready to go.
Yep, just as soon as SRL lets us know. Yep, we have code confirmation on the seed, and everyone has made their little flags. Sho is in blue on your stream, and Zardia is in that pretty violet purple right there. Looks like they're both going with Fighter and White Mage, and as far as I know, there's not necessarily anything enforced. Yeah, no. There are no forced party members, none of that nature. There are some things that they are going to have to take into account due to Tavern Mode, which we'll explain once we get there. And you should be prepared for a hard little fight right now. We do have LOL XP up. So, you know, you're going to be able to get 5 times normal XP plus another 500 per enemy. But that's to balance out the fact that enemies and bosses are all the way up to 500% potentially, so it's going to be in for a tough little fight right now. I think we're at this point, we're just waiting for runners to confirm. Which, I mean, we are still a minute out from when we were supposed to start, so I'm sure any time now. Continuing on with our flags, though, while I kill for time. And yeah, we also do have some experimental flags going on here. As we mentioned, Tavern Mode, which we will explain. And then we do also have, from the looks of it, procedural floor generation, and I've not seen that before, so that'll be interesting to watch and see how the runners experiment with that. So it's it's an interesting alpha seed right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing everything that's going to go on.
Oh, me too. It's going to be quite exciting. I think we're going to see some shenanigans this evening.
Race begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start that timer. And we should see it up on the stream any second now. Now, of course, we're going to be a few seconds ahead. There we go. So I see them. Czar is immediately checking out Corneria Castle, which is the second floor of Ice Cave, and then they're heading over to Corneria Town, which will always be Corneria Town. Seeing Dragon, a few weird items in there, including like a heal staff and Quake Sword.
Quake Sword. Oh, ribbon for sale, 48,000 in the armor shop.
Nice. It's a value at any price. Now,
Absolutely.
Fade is over in White Magic, which looks great, along with Wall, although I didn't see anything really worthwhile over in Black Magic. Gold bracelets for 10 grand, that's actually a pretty decent price for them. I've seen them much worse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, for the thief that Czar is carrying around, he has that ninja. Ninja's going to be able to pick up Black Magic if they find the tail. And Saber on that ninja is going to be very useful.
Oh, it sure will be.
Yep. We got enough saving items here, too. Cabins for 37 and houses for a little over a grand. Sadly, no heal pots, so looks like they're loading up on cabins and getting ready to head out.
Yeah, they're up to a good start so far. And, we got Ice Cave.
Yeah, Czar's hitting it off into Ice Cave. Gotta check that first floor, which leads to,
that's the Sea Shrine, it looks like.
Now, and as you can see, we have randomized encounters, because there's a T-Rex there. That's, honestly, once they're a little higher level, that's going to be a nice spot to know. That's the first encounter on the table, and in the Ice Sea Cave gets you T-Rex, and that Mazmoon right there. Yeah, that's a good grind spot, now that you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, if it was
looks
me...
like that...
You were going to say?
No, I was just saying, Sho went into Topher, and he's found the ladies down there in the Sea Shrine. Mermaids,
and an Aegis shield almost immediately, so his knight will be happy once they class change. That's a good find. That's a good early find. It doesn't help him right now, not like that Mazmoon from the seafloor does, but and Czar wisely going to try and walk that out, because you don't want to lose that.
No, you sure don't.
Shark's not going to be too much damage. Sharks are an early level enemy, so that shouldn't be a big deal as long as they don't have something nasty.
Yeah. Sho found an anti-ice hammer, so I don't think that'll be seeing too much use today.
You don't know. That could be worth selling.
Canal
over mermaids? That's nice.
Yeah.
That is very nice. So everyone...
That way they can get out of the inner sea, and there's Opal.
Ooh. So yeah, I mean, if you were running a double knight setup in this flag set, you'd be good. They only each have one knight, so Opal Shield's kind of not useful when you have the Aegis, but still, that's not bad.
Absolutely, and it looks like Czar just went into the tavern. You want to give us a little bit of information about it?
I can do. Tavern mode is interesting. What you'll see at the clinic, instead of it saying heart on the building, it's going to say pub. And what you can do there is not only revive your crew members, but you're going to be able to class change one of them. Now, it's not like a class change like you do in D&D, for example, where you can, like, multi-class a character. It's basically like hiring a new mercenary over the top of your old one. So, each class will be represented at one of the 6 taverns that are in the game. There will not be any duplicates. The game randomizes that, and you don't know who's going to be at what until you walk into that tavern. But once you go in, you can hire one new party member over top of one of your old ones, and get yourself something new and special that you can play with. So if you realize that you need a second fighter, or you really just want a black belt or something, you can do that. And they will start off at the same level as the character you just swapped out. Now, they won't have any of their magic or anything, so if you swap a white mage for a white mage, then you have to rebuy all their spells. But which I've actually done, and it is useful. If you need you accidentally set up the exit boss, and you need to move exit spell over one, you can always just rehire that white mage and swap exit over.
Yeah, speak of the white mage, it looks like the white mage was in the Corneria pub, actually.
So, I mean, for instance, although I think they both took a white mage, but for instance, if you've taken like a double red mage party like I tend to, 2 fighter, 2 red mage, or like a fighter thief, 2 red mage, and then you're like, oh my god, I really want these spells here. Because I think Fade on the 3rd spot may not be something that the red mages can learn.
Yeah.
I'm still learning the spell table myself, but that's one of those things where you're like, maybe I just want another white mage, or 2 even, because Fade is super nice.
Oh, it sure is. Okay, so it looks like Show. It looks like he's in. Where did he go? He went to the castle. It looks like, and then he's down in the sea shrine now. And then it looks like
so
the
he
dwarves.
went further down?
Yeah, it looks like the dwarf cave went to Volcano.
Yeah, that's Volcano 3.
Yeah.
Volcano 3 or Volcano 4. The
One of the
Volcano
lower
4s,
ones,
even
yeah.
though they're very different, they all look the same to me. And it looks like
Wow.
he's found, the
Ice
full
cave.
entirety of Ice Cave, but he forgot to heal. Oops.
Yeah.
Czar, what are you doing? Go heal!
He's making me nervous already.
I mean, one sweeper spell and his entire party is out, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And he's walking back out. Apparently that was enough for him.
Yep.
He got that money, he's like, no, I want that. I want that.
Oh, good. Show just got his Mazmune.
Yeah, that's right. There's no heal pots right now, so even though he was level or HP 1, he couldn't do anything about that. Now, for the record, there are some special things that we're doing with this that are agreed upon by the runners. They aren't in the flags, but there are special conditions that the runners are going to be playing. As per the runners, they have to have at least one character to level 50. One person must be changed to the tavern, so we're going to see that tavern mode come into play at least once. And Lock or Lock 2 must be used on the final boss, whoever they may be. So there are certain special little things that you're going to get to see there. I know that they just went past that sea floor that we saw before, but I didn't actually get to see what it was. It went by too quick.
Yeah, I'm having a bit of trouble keeping track of what's going where. Okay, so Marsh Cave is waterfall.
Oh, that's why I couldn't recognize it. We have procedural generated floors here. I can pull that up so I can tell you exactly which ones are, because not all the dungeons, as you saw, are going to be procedurally generated.
No, correct. Yeah, so, Dark Moon, what do you think about that Lock or Lock 2 on the final boss? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a little harder than it sounds, or easier, or...
Well, and it really depends on what they're actually going to have to do. They have to cast it said, but Show didn't make clear to me whether or not it actually has to connect. So it may just be a wasted turn. I guess we'll see when they actually go to it. This waterfall is really weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so yeah, you're going to have to see, because of the procedural generation, which doesn't cover the whole game right now, only certain dungeons are able to procedural generate right now. Mm-hmm. But they have Earth Cave B1, Earth Cave B2, and Waterfall Cave are all procedurally generated.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we already saw one.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, the robot, he's not normally there, but that's the procedurally generated.
Did you see what the robot handed over? Was it anything?
I didn't see it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're getting a couple stutters here and there, too, on the stream, so it's hard to keep up. I'm sure if there's anything important, then chat will let us know.
Absolutely. The more eyes we have on it, the better. I'm trying to keep track of where we're going, and...
We didn't miss it. Melee Wizard lets us know that they didn't actually get to the robot, so there must have been an enemy encounter that wiped them.
Oh, okay, so...
Which, considering all things, yeah.
Oh.
But it looks like Show has his party up to level 7. That's not bad for some of these dungeons they're going to be going into. I mean, obviously we don't know what dungeons they're going to be going into because of entrance rando, but level 7, having played enough shuffled game at this point, level 7's not bad. It's good enough to at least get you a quick dive through most of the dungeons. You're not going to want to fight anything, but it's just enough help that you might be able to survive. Looks Absolutely. Like Astos' castle is Ordeals.
Yeah, Elfland is Lefane, too. I'm trying to write all this stuff down, and it's... Okay, so did he...
this early is a double-edged sword.
Oh, yeah.
Because you like knowing where it is, but you hate seeing it when all you really want is some freaking spells.
Hey, they found heal potions for 2 gold. You can't beat that. That's a good price.
It could get 1 gold better than that, but you don't ever pass that up.
Hey, it's better than the vanilla 75.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's just be honest, that's quite a
honestly, I've seen heal pots for the most part tend to roll cheaper. I don't think it's intended, and maybe that's something the developers will want to look at some point, but more often than not, I tend to find them for like 10 or 15 or 4 gold. It just seems like Considering all the crap you have to deal with, the game is like, you know what? In this one instance, let's be nice.
Absolutely.
So we got
that show still making his way through ordeals.
So it looks like we found a place that's actually selling dragon armor and Aegis shields and pro capes. So that's, I mean, I'd buy a pro cape for
1100.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cheap.
Yeah, pro cape for 1100 is a fantastic price. Oh, we got from the look of it, some sort of stun effect on Gurmedusas. I'm not sure if they had trance or if that was just stun touch. And we won't find out because he ran away. No, I love finding pro capes for sale in shops like this, and that's something to. Yep, sleep touch from Melee Wizard. Yeah. So everyone was a little sleepy there. I can see why he ran away from that fight. Normally, Gurmedusas are great to find because they're good experience points, but yeah, I would not want to be in the middle of that. And it looks like weapon shops.
Is that a Sun Sword?
Sun Sword and Ice Sword for sale. Now, Sun Sword is great, but for like almost 20 grand, that's a little much. Cure 4 at this level 6 shop. It's great to find Cure 4. I'd always wish it was cheaper.
Yeah, of course. Oh, Ruby. Got Ruby and Ordeals. I don't know if we're going to use that.
I hate finding Ruby, sit in a good spot in entrance window, because you never know when you're going to find that darn Titan. I mean, I want to feed the Titan. He's a great guy, but when his little tunnel can be anywhere. Oh, Canoe from the Wandering Sages. Looks like Edgeworth had the Canoe for us today.
Yeah, he sure did. I was just about. He beat me to it. And those guys at the bottom were all just getting in his way and just being ridiculous. Crazy old dude.
Quite the rugby melee right there. Honestly, I gotta tell you, looking at this waterfall as Show makes his way through it, I feel like procedural waterfall is easier to navigate.
Oh, that's gross.
That is not pretty. He got away from it, though.
There we go. Crown from the robot.
Yeah. Now, of course, obviously, Ordeals is already open, so he didn't need that crown to get in there, which, as we saw, because he was already exploring Ordeals. But when he finally does find Astos, that's still a turn-in for Astos, so it does work out well.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, that Frost is trying to... Ooh, Show's... Good luck getting out of there, Show.
Now, of course, also along with Astos needing that crown, it's also a nice bonus because it's 20% bonus experience per key item. So, one wolf is not going to be anything. Yeah, just kill that wolf. That's good. Good job, Brando.
There we go. Got a level off of that one.
Is that Mazamoon's for sale? Mazamoon and Excalibur and Ice 3 staff. That is... Elfland has one of the best weapon shops I think I've ever seen. Fire 3 for sale, and Bane at the Black Magic shop.
Oh wow! And how did Zar get there?
Elfland apparently is at Crescent Lake, as per Fluffy Mittens in the chat. Thank you, Fluff. Not really a whole hell of a lot great in the White Magic shop there. I mean, I'd take Invis if I have charges Invis maybe here, but White Magic's kind of bust. Now, you already have Fade. I don't think you're going to complain about that White Mage, but still.
Well, let's see what's in this.
Much better. Life and Invis, too. Those are must-buys.
Absolutely. That Invisible 2's done. Life, you gotta bring them back.
Yep.
They die, so that's
Crescent
perfect.
Lake, Crescent Lake was Elfland Castle specifically. Whereas, and it looks like, he just hired a black belt over top of... Didn't he already have a black belt?
Yeah, I thought so. So then that means that Sho and Zar have both done their...
No, I'm not... Are we sure? Have they? They've checked it, but have they actually hired anyone? I think he might have just been reviving his people.
I thought Zar hired a white mage. I could be wrong.
I could have sworn they both had white mages. He may have just, if he did, he may have just been resetting it. I think he was just reviving. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to keep track of all this stuff, and then everything's randomized, and you know how it is.
Oh, and that's something that the chat has just pointed out. I think they were surprised by it, but it's good to note. There's the Lufen hospitality flag, which I saw and completely forgot what it does. That puts an inn in Lufane, so you can actually save there, because normally it doesn't have one.
That's
Saber
right.
shirts are apparently a thing. Those are nice to find. I mean, Anything that has same
Wow.
as you can throw on each of your fighters. Buy one of those for your fighter, buy one for your black belt. If you decide to keep that thief, get into a ninja, buy one for him as well. Thief is for hire at the pub here in Elfland.
So we've seen white mage, black belt, and now thief. So that's good.
It's a nice mix. I mean, depending upon what you're doing, if you run into something real nasty in Topher, and you want to hire a black belt so you can just power grind them up and get them ready, that's not bad. Again, you're going to get something at the level that your character's currently at, so naturally take your characters up to like level 20, 25, swap a black belt on there, and then just single player grind that. Looks like... Was that Volcano in the bottom floor of Volcano?
Oh man, that's pretty good.
I believe that qualifies as... That's not Earth Cave, that is definitely... That's a volcano we're looking at. So that's short Volcano there. That's a flag that developers need to add.
Short Volcano, no kidding. Wow, you walk right in there, there's a... Can't beat that.
Oh, love it. That's great.
It is. It is.
Tiles on there on the various paths, and then you got short Volcano. That's fantastic.
Yep. And with all those casts of fade, look at that. Boom, there it goes. And the birds are... We all know that birds are jerks.
Yep.
And this is a good situation where it's like, bye-bye, birds.
Yeah.
This is for all your jerk brethren.
And it always feels like the Paralisks and the Cockatrices, which are, the same sprite, just different colors, different stats, they always roll with something really nasty. Number of times you find, like, Blazatrices or Stunatrices or... like Liliths or whatever, and you're just like, stop killing me, please. So after exploring the Yoga Party twice now, Sho finally gets his canoe from the enraged old men.
Now they're enraged? Are they enraged and confused?
They kept dodging him. I mean, it was quite the rugby scrum right there. I would call that enraged.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh yeah, it does look like the Czar is going to be grinding on the Paralist a little bit here, which is not a bad idea.
They're decent. Yeah, they're decent. They usually roll a bunch of them, and with the bonus experience, it's not terrible. And it doesn't look like they have a whole heck of a lot, so while it's not like 2 back-to-back slots, like, this is, I think, on the Agama trap tile, so they should be up in the Agama spot as well whenever he finally finds that. Obviously, short Volcano right now, that wasn't available. But it's not a bad little grind spot when you know you have something you can kill with some quick lit fades and get up to a level that actually can survive carry.
And then the best part about it is after you've exhausted all of your spell charges and you've used all your heal potions, you don't have to... You have one floor to walk. And
honestly,
I'm 20 steps?
I'm kind of digging this idea of short Volcano. There's all those rooms that you don't go into around there. Just dump all the treasure in there. You have your incentivized grind tile right there with the red dragon area normally. Then you just go fight carry. It's like one-stop shop. Why can't we get this, devs?
No kidding. Could that be a convenience? I think that would absolutely be a convenience flag. That would be amazing.
I know. Short dungeons. Not just short Topher, but short dungeons.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that would be pretty cool, too. Go down to that last floor of Earth Cave. Oh, that would be nice. It
would make Chaos Rush kind of a beast at that point, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Now, see? Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now
Obviously, we're just shooting the breeze right now while we wait for the parties to do something else, because I think Czar was just interested in grinding some more levels on his spells while Sho is catching up on what Czar has done. So, not a whole heck of a lot going on right now. But, Chad, if you have anything you want to ask about, any questions about the flags, we are more than happy to help you guys out, give you the down low on it, so to say.
That's right. That's right. Okay, let's see.
Now going up against Carry.
Yeah, let's see it.
Looks like he's going pretty much all-out damage, because, I mean, the initial fiends aren't all that strong, and Carry has, like, no absorb, even if she did cast fast. But they can only roll so high, even at 500%, and a dead fiend can't hurt you. Wisely bringing out the Invis, too, because of that, fast. You don't want to...
Ooh.
Good thing he did that grinding when he did. That Blaze would have wiped his weaker party.
And
she's down. Very nicely done. It does look like, from what the chat is telling me, those that actually know the flags, we will have a forced War Mech encounter when we finally find air, wherever that may be. And remember, War Mech can be up to 500% on all of his stats, which, if I'm not mistaken, means he could be close to... Let me do the math. Math on Twitch, bad idea. Up to close almost 10,000 HP if he rolls really high. So that's not pretty. So it looks like Czar is making his way over to Ice Cave so we can finally figure out what that is.
Now did you just see that? Okay, so we've got in the weapon shop in Elfland all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. Ice 3 Stabs, Mazamoon, and Excalibur.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd buy the Excalibur, and then if I had the money, 3 Mazamoons, go over to that other town that had the ribbons, because, yeah, he already bought 2 of the Mazamoons, because they were cheap, and why not? Yeah.
Quake Sword, another Mazamoon. Looks like Zardia, or Zar is in the Zardia.
Show, buddy, the rivers aren't procedurally generated. Just follow your normal path.
Not yet. Not yet.
Although, that would be the next thing I'd try and procedurally generate if I could for this, is just the small things, like the river system and maybe the Cardia Islands. Just little things to screw players. Yeah. Not a lot. You don't want to mess up the overworld too much right now, but a couple little things like that would be hysterical.
Absolutely.
Did you happen to see what was in Ice Cave? Because I was, chattering away and completely missed it. I know Czar didn't like seeing it, so he ran away.
No, I was just looking at Show's screen, and he actually just found the Paralisks as well, so he's the red D chest is guarded by the Chimera, so we'll see.
That's also a nice grind spot, honestly. The Chimeras are going to be stronger than the Paralisks, but yeah.
How many hit points did that one have? Like 100? Or
it didn't look like
that
much.
Wasn't very much.
Was lovely.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for free. You betcha.
Yes, Eternal Newbie. Volcano is carry. It's a short carry. We are very happy. I'm hearing from the chat that there was a bottle for sale, possibly.
Good
missed
question.
It. Yeah. I know we found Gaia, so that's nice. I think that's Gaia at Provoca, if I'm not mistaken. So while he's exploring Gaia Voca,
yeah, stop in a weapon shop. I just noticed that too, Fluffy.
Yeah, Show is about 2 minutes behind, and he's now taking on Carrie after a quick grind himself on those high-value chimeras that he found. Queuing up a lock, because I believe Carrie's actually weak to some of these stats effects, and it looks like a hit. Yeah, very nice.
Way to go, Show. Way to.
And Fluffy Mittens is reporting that Lock 2 is at level 8, and possibly also Temper. I mean, obviously there's a lot for us to keep up with here right now, so...
Yeah.
Carrie busting out that Blaze, once again, because of that quick level grind, did not take out our players. But she is fairly beefy from the looks of it. A couple rounds of full blast spells and Mazamoons, yeah.
Down she goes.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're going to go with Lock 1 over Lock 2 when they cast it against the boss, just because, that's the one that's actually going to be easier. Lock 2 at level 8 means that's not a lot of people are going to get that one.
No, not really.
Okay, since we have a question about this, I'm going to quickly go over the flags one more time. While Czar is over here exploring the first of the major treasure areas for Volcano once you get past the armory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks like that's at Matoya from the color. So, floor 4 of Volcano is at Matoya with Nagas and Waters. That is awful. But looks like we found a ship in a box, so that's very nice.
A ship in a box. That's great. So we found a ship in a box. Fantastic.
Yeah, so we're going to quickly... Okay, so short waterfall stairs and then Bahamut. First floor of Bahamut here at Ice Cave. I am going to get the flags in just a second, but while we have new territory being covered, I don't want to miss this. And then Acardia Island with some treasure. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And no sign of the tail yet either.
No sign of the tail. Well, it's only the first floor of Bahamut. We don't actually have Bahamut himself yet, so... Another Mazamoon in a box along with a Quake Sword. So Show, who already bought 2 Mazamoons, is now up to 3.
That's great. That's great. Show's sitting pretty at the moment.
Yes. Oh man, that is brilliant. And this is an easy dungeon too. There's one tiny floor that may have an encounter, and yeah. Thank you, Melee
Yeah.
Wizard. Apparently Czar's already been here. Of course, that was a short dungeon, so we already missed it. Scratch Ice Cave off your list, do one quick exploration, and you're done with it.
Yeah, pretty much. We got the Agdama room here. It looks
Which
like that
should have
Czar just went.
Paralisks. If I'm not mistaken, because the other trap tile that's usually an Agma was Paralisks, these should be Paralisks as well. Got a fun undead party pack there on the overworld that shows having to deal with. Yep, there's our Paralisks.
Yep,
okay,
you're right.
while this is going on, so obviously all the basic stuff you expect from a randomizer is shuffled, the enemies and their scripts and their formations, and as you can tell, enemy formations across the board are randomized as well. That's why we're seeing undead party packs on the overworld, and why earlier on we saw a T-Rex on a seafloor, which, still, that's a great grind spot. I would not pass that up. And a Vorpal has been discovered as well by Zardia before he goes down to the next floor and finds some more of Sea Shrine. Oh, that's the Kraken floor of Sea Shrine, so we've already found 2 of our fiends.
Wow.
And it looks like Czar is just like, nope, I'm gonna go do this. I mean, he's probably, what, like level 17, level 18, somewhere around there right now? That's a doable fight. Especially if he has a couple of those saber shirts.
Oh, that was weird. That's really weird to see a mad pony down in the Sea Shrine.
Apparently a sleep pony, no less.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, Warmech required is one of the major flags that is on right now. Randomized treasures, randomized elite treasures, random wealth is high, no freebies, so they have to find everything. And now we're into Kraken.
Let's see. Do we have a Kraken Honda today? What do we got? Stun, ineffective.
Not stunned. Didn't stick. The Invis
No,
comes
but
off
that
those, so
Invis
Kraken's
too.
gonna hit a little less. 2 Invis.
Yeah.
Fire 2, that's really with where his party's at this point, that's not too scary yet.
That was a miss, though.
Yeah. So another stun, another Invis 2, another Invis 2. After this, he should be more or less defended. I mean, he can stack 2 more on top if he wanted to, but 4 Invis casts right now is not going to be bad. Another Fire 2. That might be Kraken's only attack.
For 34 damage? Oof.
Yeah. He's got a high absorb. Now remember, bosses and enemies can be up to 500% cranked right now. So this Kraken could have a ton of health and just not feel anything. Lock hit. Kraken should not be doing much of anything else at this point. Heal 2 staff goes off. Sleep 2 goes off from Kraken, but the thief immediately wakes up. And now at this point, it looks like he's another Invis 2. And I think that was a Fade I saw queued up, so he's starting to crank out the damage. And a Fire 2.
Yeah, but that Fire 2 is just slowly kind of chipping away.
Yeah, and the stun that did a connect, or it was a lock to connect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, didn't seem to stop him. And that Masamune is really not doing as much damage as you want to see.
3 for 3? No, Kraken may be tougher than we think.
Now that was the thief wielding the Masamune, and I think the thief's strength isn't as high, so that may come into account some. That's why you usually want to put your Masamune on your fighter anyway. But yeah, Fire 2 seems to be the only thing Kraken's really interested in. Occasionally his sleep, and then mostly just burn them. Burn them all.
Yeah.
Yep, and as the chat points out, Shofukamachi is right behind, basically taking the same path Zardia is, but at this point, they're starting to even up because of the fact that, you know, these dungeons are just taking so long to explore, and this boss is super high. Kraken finally attacked, didn't hit. That was a full mess with all the Invis 2 charges he has, so... And with the Heal 2 staff going off, that's helping out some to keep his party alive.
There we go.
There we go. 349 from the fighter with his Masamune, and that takes Kraken down.
Yeah, Kraken wasn't too bad that time. Seemed to have a few more hit points, but nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing these guys can.
And it looks like Shove might be on a similar RNG table to Zardia right now, because I saw Zar have that water Naga fight, and now Sho has it, so that might be syncing up there. Okay, while they're going back to Corneria and doing stuff and exploring around. Oh, the water Naga fight was the Grey Worm trap tile in Volcano normally. So, yeah. Okay, so we do have improved trap treasure rewards for those treasure chests blocked by trap tiles. That's actually a fairly similar flag to the one I remember from FF4 Free Enterprise. They have a similar flag over there, and that's a nice thing to see here as well. Other things are important. There's an incentivized ice cave and an incentivized ordeal. We have actually found the ice cave, although I don't think anyone's actually explored that one right now. But ordeals was already found, and it was the ruby. All the usual stuff you'd expect to be in the pool. We have a regular-sized Topher. It is not deep, nor are any of the towns, as you should have already seen with this entrance and randomizer. We do, however, have alternate final boss turned on, so we don't know who will be fighting here at the end. And we have a forced war mech encounter in air, so that's going to be delightful for the players to finally deal with. There were no forced party members, but there is tavern mode clicked on, which once we get to another tavern, I will explain once again. And they will have to change out one party member at the tavern eventually before they go fight the end boss. That's something the players agreed on, that's not a forced flag. And then we have a couple of experimental flags enabled as well. Procedural floor generation is on, as is specifically a procedurally generated waterfall, which we've already seen. It's procedurally generated Earth Cave, V1 and V2, and it looks like,
Yep, guess who's in the Earth Cave? Oh man,
yeah,
look at
Earth
it.
Cave floor. But because it's procedurally generated, I'm not even certain which one we're in right now. This might be V2.
You found the bridge.
Bridge and a fire shield, or flame shield. That's not bad at all. This is.
But look at how weird it looks. It is. Everything's in the. It's like we're playing Gauntlet all of a sudden. It's like, what happened? Right?
Need some.
Oh, found some stairs. Yeah, go down the stairs. Sweet, you made it.
So we got first floor of Ice Cave after that. After that really weird, I think Earth Cave 2.
Yeah. Somewhere in Earth Cave.
And then another Zardia Island here.
Right to the ribbon there. Oh goodness.
Oh, another ribbon. That's. I mean, they're in the shops, but if you don't have to pay for it, then don't pay for it.
If you don't have to fork out $48K. Then...
Yeah, because it was expensive. I mean, it's worth it at any price because of how good the ribbon is, but yeah, save yourself that $40,000, buy another Mazmoon.
Mm-hmm.
Can never have enough of those.
No, you sure can't.
I know all you Vorpal lovers are going to be like, no, I want the Vorpal over that, but I mean, it's the Mazmoon. Come on, if you can get them in the shop, why even worry?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of my days of playing the vanilla Final Fantasy and using the Game Genie codes where you can like buy the Mazmoon in Corneria. Yep. Oh, reminds me of that. Good stuff.
That's
good stuff.
Kind of what this is right now.
Yep, Zardia Cardia. He sure is. Oh, let's see that Earth Cave again. Here we.
Yep. With the delightful gas dragons lurking in there, that probably made them squeal just a little. They're like, ah!
So can he get to the bottom room? Let's see. Oh, yep, he can.
I assume it has to be explorable one way or another. That's one of those flags. So,
Earth to sea.
Away now.
Oh, this is. I know it's the sea shrine.
Yeah, it's I have problems telling them apart. I think that's the sea shrine floor on the way to the mermaids.
Ooh.
Oof!
Oh no.
Oh, get away from that. Get away. There you go.
Oh, those are scary lobsters.
That was really scary. But he has life. He does have life charges.
Oh, whew.
I mean, he's got to burn a few heal pots in the process, but yeah. I always hate it when my heal pots end up on that side of the menu screen because they're so hard to get to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh man, those lobsters were hitting like Mack trucks.
Yep, and it looks like he's now done with Corneria Castle, so he won't have to go back. If he tracks the way I do, mark that entire row off on your spreadsheet and never revisit.
No kidding.
I'm done. No, no more. I mean, to be fair, those gas dragons are in there, and they're a good experience. On the flip side, they're a floor down, and you've got to be able to find something better to grind on. The Paralisks over in Volcano, or the Chimera there in the short Volcano. Once you get an airship, much better grind tiles.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sphinx, is he in the ship? Oh, that was weird looking.
Whatever town is over at Elf Town, or Elf Castle, which I've already forgotten. Crescent, maybe? I think the chat is saying that the bottle was for sale over there, so sooner or later they'll have to go over and get it, but without the airship and a way to actually really cash that in, or even the... I think they have the canal now, but without a really easy way of cashing that in, the bottle may not be a must-buy just yet. Not at least until you find where the ferry is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you never know with everything randomized the way it is. They could immediately get out of here, go over to Melbourne, and the town could be right there, but you just don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bottle for sale in Elfland. Bridge. Okay.
Yeah, bridge in a box. Along with that flame shield we saw.
So that's a ship in a box and a bridge in a box. Man, how did they do that?
And I'm pretty sure there was a canal in a box as well, so it's your entire ocean exploring party pack. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Canal in a box. Now, that's a crafty idea, right?
These are some beefy Gaspies. Show was trying to take this encounter because, as we established, really good experience. Oh, poison! Oh, at least it didn't affect anyone, but that's not fun. About the only nice thing is that it doesn't seem like they hit that hard. But
they've got a lot of hit points.
Yeah, super beefy. He's been unloading on these guys for like 3 turns now, and they just do not want to die.
Oh. Down one goes, finally.
Yep, that's one.
Wow.
Looks like they have Stun Touch or Stun Spell. I missed the skill one while I was looking at... Oh, hey, speaking of that bottle that we needed. Zar found where it goes.
Yep, he sure did.
Yup. So, I take back everything I said. Zar's right and I am wrong. And she has the floater!
Now we're talking.
Yeah! So if everyone playing along, you can hit your trackers now and be like, on the go. We are now up and running. Oh, it was at Provoca. Apparently I need to pay better attention.
And I think they both have beaten Carrie, but I think that's the only thing that's taken a seat so far. Oh no, Kraken as well. So
yeah, Raikou, that was a great place for the floater because it's quickly sail down and you're good to go. Anyone hoping for a nice sail to high seas type flag set, well, you're out of luck today because they're going to take that airship and never look back to that ship.
No kidding.
Yeah,
kidding.
They have the canoe, they have the airship. What more do you need? Fly down, check out Gaia. Gaia is... That's...
Floating Fortress.
Floating Fortress level 1, if I'm not mistaken. The cross pattern, not the spider pattern, as it's so called.
Yeah.
Now checking out Lufane, which this walk is long, but I don't think it's quite as fearful in some respects with the randomized enemy encounters. I mean, you could have, like... Well, there's no Warmech Unleashed, so we're not going to have to worry about seeing Warmech show up somewhere, but... Yeah, I don't think this walk's going to be quite as bad.
Well, let's hope not.
Commentator curse, I know. Oh, makes it out. There you go. He's at the town, and it is Melmond.
And Melmond, yep.
Now, bear in mind, this is a Zozo Melmond, so if you walk over those desert tiles that are a really pretty violet right here, or an indigo, depending upon how your monitor looks, you could, in fact, get enemy encounters. And because it's randomized enemy encounters, who knows what will be here. Harm 4 in the White Magic Shop. That's a nice pickup. And Quad X in the Black Magic Shop. Those are my 2 buys right there. I like Harm 4 with any undead encounters, and you never know where those undead are going to show up with the enemy encounters the way they are. Weapon Shop has a Heal 2 staff, which I'll probably pick up a second one. He had 6 grand at the time. Looks like he's picking up an extra 2. I mean,
absolutely.
Considering how bad things are and how bad the heal magic has been, those Heal 2 staffs are a godsend.
Well, it's safety.
Yeah, absolute safety. And then the armor shop has ice armor, which is nice, and then not much else. Yeah,
A-lit helms. Oh my god.
I would.
Oh goodness. Some of the items are just silly.
Yeah, as Septimus is pointing out, the NPCs aren't randomized here as far as where you can turn stuff in, so Dr. Oon isn't going to show up where Bahamut is, for example. So once you find that slab, you're going to need to come back here to Lufane. Lovely walk, so you can translate yourself. I think there's a little bit of, like, French vanilla irony there. Instead of walking here to pick up your chime after translating the slab, you have to walk here first just to translate it. Now you'll note when they're going over grass and water tiles for the canoe that they're trying to hook themselves between grass and water as much as they can. You don't actually increase your step count when you transition between grass to river water and then river water back. So they're trying to get as many free steps as they can out of it. I don't want to use the term veteran move right there, but that's the kind of thing you need to keep track of. Doing things like that. And over at Ordeals, he finds the armory.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But, as far as the veteran move, gotta call it as we see it.
Exactly.
It is what it is. It's a veteran move. Will, thank you, bro.
On the flip side, I will own this. When I cook around here, I always forget there's a trap tile right there next to that wall, and I do the amateur move and walk over it every time. Anyone who decides to commentate one of my races, feel free to call that an amateur move.
Another ribbon? Oh my god.
Okay, so we might not need to go buy those ribbons at this point.
The healthiest ribbon seed.
I know.
It's a ribbon Nazmune seed, for crying out loud.
We're going to show you these in the shop, but don't worry about it. You're not going to need them. It's fine.
You'll find plenty in your journeys out there.
And an ice shield, so they're good on shields at this point. I mean, on top of that Aegis they already had.
Nothing really in that ice cave. Nothing down there at all.
Nah.
There you go. Now that's refreshing in the ice cave, to have a battle with one spider. That's refreshing.
I don't know, I've
happen very often.
Fear of spiders and arachnids in this game, because it seems like every time, like, oh look, it's just a spider, it's nothing, then they cast crack on me and I die. Flame armor, gold bracelet, that's lovely, and another stun gauntlet, which I don't know if they necessarily care about actually keeping the stun gauntlet, but it could be good money to sell. So, and the eye tile is, the red giant and 3 Agamas. I mean, they surprise attacked him and they had Squint, but that still looks like a really nice grind right there. Because 1 Agama's a great grind, and 3 of these plus a red G. Oh,
absolutely.
Beautiful. And the Agamas don't seem to have much in the way of health either. Nor did the red giant.
No, I think it's 278 on the giant.
That was $5,000 right there. He's already up to level 27. Yeah, take that grind. Take it.
That's a good call. That's a really good grind right there.
While he's doing that, Zardia is still exploring all the random chests over in the armory. I haven't seen anything that's impressive. If chat caught something I missed, but looks like the armory is, aside from that ribbon, mostly a bust so far.
Well, there's 7 gold in that chest if you really want to.
Don't spend it all in one place, Zar. I know it'll get you 3 heal pots, but do you really need all 3 of them? Was that another ribbon?
I don't know, but it
went
looks
so
like
fast,
Show just.
He's seriously thinking about what he wants to chuck. Yep, that's another ribbon.
It is another ribbon. Oh my god.
Okay, I take that back. 2 ribbons in the armory, total win. That's 10 out of 10 right there.
No
that's
kidding.
80,000 worth of stuff he doesn't have to spend.
No kidding. And Shofukamachi just found the dank herb hiding in the ice chest cave down there.
I was worried he was going to forget to check that because he was doing his grind and didn't have treasure yet. But good. Okay, so we got that weed right there.
Darn right.
Go plant that and get yourself a nice big crop across the Elfland lawn.
The elf prince will never take another nap as long as he lives.
I don't know. I think with that dank herb right there, he might get a little sleepy.
I know, right? He probably will. Maybe taking more naps.
New policy in Elfland: nothing but macaroni and cheese and big green bowls. And it looks like he finally found Topher, all of Topher, but it's Toph right now because we don't have all 4 orbs lit. Taking out Garland, who at this point is not going to stand a chance. And free Sarah, so when we finally find Corneria Castle, which I don't believe we have yet, that'll allow them to pick up their 2 free key items. And as Chad is pointing out, the herb was another bonus 20% EXP, and the 2 they'll get from the king and princess when they finally find them, that'll be another 40% on top. So that's a lovely amount of EXP he's going to have soon.
Well, plus you get 20 for the bridge, you get 20 for the canal, the ship, so they've got quite a bit right now. I think they're sitting pretty...
Oh yeah, I mean, even when the stuff that they're fighting they're never going to use, like that ruby, for example, if there's nothing there, that's still experience.
Animaniac, you're exactly right. When you smoked in that herb, you're going to have quite the experience. Yes.
Okay, so the crappy cardio hole no one normally wants to visit, that is on rack.
Oh, wow, that's garbage.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh,
Did we see? I looked and I saw him do something, and I completely missed what the class was there. But he wrote it down. I know that. We got Warp level 7. That was about the only spell we've seen here that was worthwhile.
yeah. All the rest is just junk.
Yep.
Red Mage. Thank you, Manly.
Chad has us covered. Red Mage. I mean, that's of the classes we found so far. That's one I might actually swap in for, depending upon the spells. If it was me, I'd ditch that thief and get a Red Mage. But so I'm sure Czar knows what he's doing.
Oh, absolutely.
We got North Floor of Marsh Cave here at another cardio hole. So far, not a whole lot here, though. Ooh, Coral Sword!
There we go. But that makes a lot of sense, because the Marsh Cave as a whole, and the Party Islands as a whole. So, see? Yeah?
Short Marsh! We have a short marsh here.
Short volcano, short earth. Oh, man, this is great. This short marsh, man.
Fantastic.
Those would be fun customizable flags.
I know.
Absolutely.
Can't land there. Move on to the next one. Next cardio hole is Titan's Trove.
Oh, we have the Welfare Queen in.
Well, he already has the ribbon.
True.
Thinking about it right now, and doesn't turn it in. Czar, don't forget that, or the ruby. Yeah, we already have the ruby. Czar, turn in that ruby. Come on.
Well, was it Stardust too?
Might have been.
Wasn't that Stardust?
No, that's
no.
Is that B4?
That's Earth.
Yeah, it's B4.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I would turn on that ruby just now because you're still looking for key items, and I think with the flag set we have, there's got to be at least one loose one beyond what we've already found. So I would go turn it in just to make sure. You never know, you might find like a 5th or a 6th ribbon at this point.
Well, too bad you can't equip 2, right?
I know, right? Sword chucks and double ribbons. Come on.
Yeah, Czar not finding much in that cave down there.
He found a heal axe, but when you've got heal 2 stats at this point, that's a little weak. Chat letting us know that Zarya didn't actually grab the ruby yet, so he hasn't been to Ordeals. So once he gets there, it's questionable at this point if you turn it in. I mean, you don't want to revisit Cardia if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Even though he's going to have to come back for Onrak once he has the Oxiel and go fight Kraken, or I guess not fight Kraken, but see where Kraken would be. I would still question whether or not it's worth turning in the ruby at that point. If you can't do a quick, easy pop-by when you're already there, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Skyfloor 1 here that Shofukamachi is exploring. Although I missed exactly where it was.
Melmond.
Melmond, okay, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Oh, there's that 7 gold chest again.
And yeah, there's mostly just a little bit of money and a flame. I mean, flame sword's nice, but not when you already have like
Mazmoons.
Bajillion Mazmoons.
Oh.
We got a question from Siberian Bull 9 whether or not Shofukamachi actually fought Kraken. To be honest, I don't remember him doing it, and that was a long fight when Zardia did it. He may be holding off on it for later until he's even higher level. Because remember, they have to get their party up to level 50, and as you can see, Sho found the Black Belt Tavern again, and he decided to swap them out. For those that are curious why, when he had a fighter before and now he has 2 Black Belts, Tavern Mode is clicked on right now. What Tavern Mode does is it swaps out the clinics for a pub. And at the pub, you can hire a mercenary. Essentially what that means is that you hire a new class over top of one of your old classes. It replaces them at the same level, but if they had any spells, those spells are forgotten. Any equipment is unequipped, all the usual stuff you'd expect from someone new taking over a slot. But they get the same levels the previous one was, so he swapped out his, 28-29 fighter for a 28-29 black belt, and now he can just start, carrying that black belt through, because he's got enough stuff at this point that the black belts are going to be beast. And since one of the 2 of them, at least, has to be level 50, based upon the what the 2 players have agreed upon as a gentleman's agreement, that's going to be quite the powerful black belt again, because, if you're going to make anyone to 50, I'd make it a black belt.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, Falconic's talking about it in chat. Tavern mode is great. I ran an alpha seed just recently with it, and it's a lot of fun just to have that on and be like, who am I going to get today?
Absolutely. I'm loving this. This is just fantastic.
And yeah, Septimus is talking about
another
Tavern mode
ribbon?
as well. Huh? Another ribbon?
Another ribbon.
You don't even need to buy them now. There's like 8 of them floating out there.
That's the 4th or 5th I've seen within the last, I don't know, couple minutes. Gee.
Yeah, now if you check out the alpha or the beta stream for Final Fantasy Randomizer, those are available on the websites, and they are what you'd expect them to be, alpha. and beta.finalfantasyrandomizer.com. You can check out all the cool modes there. For Tavern mode, for example, there's a hire-only feature where you can't revive there, you can only hire new versions of your characters, which is... That's rough. That's almost like roguelike at that point with what you're playing. We found Bahamut there at the bottom of the Sky Spider floor. While Zar is continuing to explore out Earth. Looks like he's on the Vampire floor right now. I don't believe they have the rod yet, so I don't think he can carry this any further.
I don't think so. But that bat got right in his way for a minute.
And it looks like the other side of Titan's Tunnel is here at Titan's Tunnel. It's not even randomized. Show does turn in that ruby and silver gauntlet, opal shield, almost $4,000, and a silver shield. So Titan had nothing.
Junked at this point.
But he is using that nice tunnel pass-through to go check out the other side. And he's thinking about what he wants to do. Now that he's on the Cardia Islands, magically all the way across the world.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, he didn't have the rod, so he has to exit now. Looks like Sho didn't care, and he just exited out.
Yeah. He's just getting out of there. I think now they're just looking for the last few pieces.
Yeah, the couple key items they're missing, and the couple fiends that they still need to fight. Versetti, while we're at the 50-minute mark, almost at an hour, do you want to do a quick rundown of what we've found so far from your notes?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
I understand. We don't have an actual tracker here right now, so Versetti's just been doing things on pen and paper for us.
Yeah, it's
it's a joy.
So far, okay. So in Castle of Ordeals was the ruby. The sages
hold on
had
one second. Hold on one second. Thanks, Edge, for the restream or the raiding party right there of 12 people. We appreciate it. Okay. Yep. Versetti,
hey,
back
everybody.
to you.
All right, so we found the ruby was in the Castle of Ordeals chest. The sages had the canoe. The robot had the crown. We found the ship was in a box. I believe the canal was in a box. And there's one other thing that was in a box too. I believe it was the bridge, wasn't it? I believe that was in a box too.
I believe so, yeah. We found a dwarf cave here.
Oh,
so
we sure did.
Whenever we finally have TNT and adamant, that's at the bottom of that Earth floor, that Earth B4, I believe, that Sho was exploring.
And I think we found the herb that was in the ice cave floater chest.
Good luck figuring out where that ice cave actually was, of course, because everything here is absolutely randomized.
Yeah, no kidding.
Tracking only goes so far with a layout like this. Ooh, a Tyro. And he thought about killing it, and then he decided not to.
And I think that's pretty much all the items that we found. We're still looking for the rod. We're still looking for the loot. Zar's going to talk to the king who has the Oxy Ale.
Yup. And Princess has the tail.
And Sarah's got the tail, yeah.
Now, it's a question, of course, of whether or not you bother upgrading, because black belts it'll be purchased over at Tavern mode, and Sho has found Sarda as well.
Oh, Sarda's got the slab. Okay, there we go. I was wondering where to finally find some of this stuff now.
I was going to say, with the slab turned into dew, and I don't think have we turned in the herb yet? I don't believe we have.
No.
So we've got to be pretty close to no mode at this point. Like, obviously the two parties are doing separate things. Oh, Provoke a Tavern has the fighter in it, if you want to hire a fighter. But yeah, and Life 2 at level 2, along with Exit. That's gorgeous.
Ooh. Hey, but they're forgetting the most important spell. Lamp.
Oh, Septimus is letting us know that for this version of the randomizer, the black belt fix is on now. So when you upgrade a black belt to a master, their MDef does not get worse. At least not when you do it as a class change. So,
okay, cool.
So in this particular instance, then putting on the tail and then hiring yourself a master afterwards That's actually not a bad idea.
That's a good play, and I believe that's going to become a veteran move if the Tavern seeds continue.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Septimus is letting us know, in case you're wondering, originally in the game for Final Fantasy, when you played it vanilla on your NES cartridge, there was a bit of a mistake there, as Shofukumachi picks up the bottle. There was a bit of a mistake there with the way that it did the MDEF for the Black Belt. The Black Belt had got 4 MDEF per level, whereas the Master, the upgraded version, only got 1. So normally when you got the tail, you sat on it for a while until you absolutely had to upgrade because you wanted your Black Belts to be as good as possible. But now, with the new version of it in the Alpha channel, the Black Belt MDEF is now 3 points per level, whereas the Master is 4 points per level, meaning upgrading yourself to a Master is actually quite worth it.
I think that's a great fix.
Pirates had the crystal. Thank you, Fluffy Mittens, for letting us know about that while I was just babbling along there.
So the Pirates had the crystal. Okay, so now we just need to find... What do we need? We need the loot. We need the key.
We need the rod. Maybe.
The rod.
We may need the rod. Something maybe rod blocked. We got 2 turn-ins to do still, because we have the herb and the slab that both have to be turned in. We seem to have lost Show. Uh-oh. Let me go check SRL. Hold on. Not seeing anything. It may just be that his stream is down for a second.
Well, I hope that's not a B-Sod Siberian Bull. Those stink.
Not seeing any notes from Show. We're just going to assume right now until I hear otherwise that his stream is just temporarily down. And we'll just continue following Zardia for the time being. I do have SRL up, so even if his stream is down, I know he's broadcasting and recording this himself, so we can go check it later. Not that this is, any big deal. This is just an exhibition match. But I do have the SRL chat room up, so just in case we've officially lost him, we'll still see when he .duns.
Okay, great.
And it very well just could be, as Chitin points out, Twitch being Twitch.
Oh, and Matoya was... Oh, look at that. Matoya's got the loot.
So we're still
the
working
first floor of the Sea Shrine.
The last important thing that we need is... key. We still need that key, because it's not a short topher with unlocked doors. It is a full topher. So... And it looks like this is a procedurally generated seafloor as well, which I didn't know was on, but there you go.
Wow.
Yep. Shofukumachi has timed out of SRL as well. I am going to assume his internet went down, and hopefully he comes back soon. I'll make sure that the marathon runners behind the scenes know to keep an eye out for him for when he finally comes back.
Yeah, good idea. I wish I could loan him some of my bandwidth to keep him going. Yeah, looks like Czar's just keeps on trekking through the floating fortress and.
Uh-oh. So had to forfeit. Apparently his computer blue screen of death on him.
Oh no.
That hurts.
Siberian, you called it. Oh, that stinks.
That really hurts. But GG to Show for his showing. We are glad to have him here, and we'll keep running this race with Zardia for right now. Apparently the blue screen also wiped out his saves as well, so if he was to come back in, he'd have to start from the beginning. So that hurts, and in a marathon setting like this, it's just not possible, unfortunately.
Ouch.
That hurts. I mean, if we were in like a real race or something, I'm sure we'd just get a gentleman's agreement and run again at some point. For a marathon setting this, though, yeah, we just need to keep going and move on while Zardia finishes out the game here. Yeah, that's a very interesting seafloor right there.
Oh yeah,
Let
it
me go check
was.
in with We're not obviously not running the race right now, chat. So we're not in control of the sound. We're just two guys chatting on a microphone here. But I will get in with the people that are running behind the scenes and see if we can get the sound moved over to Zardia. I don't know whether or not he has something that he can't do. If nothing else, maybe we can get some background music.
Yeah, looks like Czar's still walking around. Oh, it looks like he found.
The bottom of Bahamut.
He
So
did.
now's a good time to upgrade if you can.
I believe
Yep.
he. Yeah, I
And
believe he has the tail. Yeah, he should do it. Absolutely.
yep. So he'll have himself a red pajama guy now. He still has to do his upgrade though, if I'm not mistaken. Upgrade his one player.
Hmm.
Yeah, because he's still sitting on his mages, his thief, and his fighter. So not sure what his plan is here long term. Sitting on 3 opal bracelets. Man, I love it when I find a shop with opal bracelets. It's fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh, I just want to let everybody know that tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the 2019 Spring Tournament continues. This evening will be the revenge match as the undefeated Wilcoliosis battles the undefeated Tristal MTG in a rematch of their classic battle from last year. Don't miss
And
it.
yeah,
It's at
I
8
will.
p.m. Eastern on our sister broadcast partner, Speed Gaming 2.
And I will actually be commentating that one as well. So it's a lot of talking for me today. I'm looking forward to that
It's
one. Will versus Tristal is going to be a very interesting match.
absolutely. I'll be there. I'll be there. That's for sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it, but I'm gonna.
At least in spirit to watch, if nothing else.
You darn right. You darn
Yeah.
right.
So he gets his slab now. Yeah, Falconic's going to be doing that race with me as commentators, and we're going to have a
Oh, that's
blast
gonna
on
be.
that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be there. You bet.
Mm-hmm. So now now that he has the slab, and I think Zardia was the one that found it, he's going to be able to go over to where Lufane was, find his Melman there, translate his slab, and then go back over to Lufane, which we did already find, and actually turn that in so we can get whatever item it is that they have. And it looks like he's killing off some Tyros, going to get himself some steak. Looks like Show
Uh,
is talking about coming back, at least to just see how far he gets, and of course give us some background music, since I don't think the stream has switched over yet, although I can double check.
I don't think it switched over yet either.
Nope, I just hear my dulcet tones. Of
Oh,
course, I obviously have it muted so I don't have to listen to myself while I'm doing this.
I've got it muted too. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you mean right there.
Found Astos, which I believe he does have the crown. I don't think we've done the crown tournament. I really do think we're in no mode at this point. Although,
Yeah, I think so because we have the crystal, and I'm pretty sure Czar turned that
Elf
in.
Castle. He doesn't have the herb.
Oh, well, Dark Moon. It looks like we somebody would like us to sing. I don't know about you, but I'm not much of a singer.
I'm an absolutely wretched singer, so if you guys want to be tortured, I still probably won't do it.
Let's see. The only thing. Okay. I'll do a little something here. Well, because earlier we found a ship in a box,
Oh.
so that means we have a ship in a box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. That's it. That's it. If
Here he goes. He's turning in his slab now. So
I might come up with a little something later. We'll see.
yeah, and this is the thing about with the whole randomized entrances and the amount of stuff that we have to keep up. It's even hard to tell who has what items at this point. So I know one of the two of them found the herb, but it might not have been Czar. There's a lot that's happened in the last 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Going over at Zozo Melman and turning in that slab, learning his language in just a few brief moments.
I know. That's better than the Rosetta Stone.
Sent away for his certification, then he can get his degree. Major in business management or accounting.
Exactly right. His name is not Mr. Un, but Dr. Un. That's right.
I trust my people in Random Ruins like I trust my soda. It's doctor or bust.
Yes. Agreed. Absolutely right about that.
Chitin in chat commiserating with us about how hard it is to track this. I'm not tracking. I just get to say random stuff and make Rossetti deal with it.
I'm trying to track the best I can.
He gets the hard job. I just get to be a doof.
Well, as soon as we were going to give him a recap, we found like 4 more items.
I know. Mr. Pibb's not a real soda. He should have gone and gotten his degree. At the very best, he has a BFA, and no one trusts that.
But you know what? When the doctor's not available, I will take the Mister. I mean,
Elfland just showing his distaste for Luthane being there.
Oh, maybe it's the weird color. Oh, chime. There we go. Chime. Better write that down too. Okay. All right, Dark. I gave the crowd a little bit of the voice. Why don't you go ahead and give us a little? Just pick something random. Or your favorite song.
No. I would really rather not, to be perfectly honest. Oh, what did the Luthenish people give us?
Chime.
Oh, is this even random?
I don't know. Maybe, but it has short volcano. Ooh, Dr. Thunder, you're right about that other shadow.
That's about the best I'm gonna get. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, you can do better than that now. Don't be shy.
Nope. That's as far as you get. I gave them a few more bars than you did. We're good.
Well, I guess so.
Going back and getting his spells from Corneria now that he has his upgraded red mage. That's smart. And rechecking the black mage spells, seeing if there's anything worthwhile for that ninja. Because ninja can learn, far as I know, everything at levels 1 through 4 once he's been upgraded. So ninja's pretty good if you have the levels on him. And that is something to bear in mind. If you swap in after upgrading, you swap in one of your classes for one of the ones at the tavern, you get the full spell charges they would have earned up to that point. So with the high levels they're already at, they're going to get a full complement of all 4 spell charges and all 4 of the learnable levels for their heroes. So that's nice to see.
Oh, it sure is. Absolutely. So,
absolutely.
Volcano to Ice Cave.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I need to pull up an MP3 player and just have it going in the background so we have something playing. So, a nice pack of Gurpedes right there. That'll give you a little experience. .416 takes down that one. And yeah, 4,000 experience right there. No one's going to complain about that. And yeah, being at level 24 at this point, their warriors should have a full complement of spells if they swap any of them in and out. Ugh! Catman Trap Tile. I hate the Catman.
Oh, man, cats, and Catman. Hate them all.
Okay, I say MP3 player. What I really mean is like my laptop or a phone that has all my music on it. But that term is stuck in there. It's like, you call Xerox machines, copy machines, and all yada yada. Who really uses those anymore when you have everything else you can do? But it's still a term.
Some people still have MP3s. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I would have if I hadn't bought like Apple products and they all broke on me. Because all the love for Apple that they deserve.
There you go.
Ooh, I am really loud. I'm going to crank myself down some.
No, you sound fine. Just so we still need possibly the rod.
Okay.
Who hears music?
We possibly do
music?
need the
Where?
rod. That's... Yeah, I double checked. There's music. That's how I knew I was so loud.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay, music. Woohoo!
Always nice to finally have our music there.
Well, I would have switched it over, but...
Okay, yeah, we sound much better. Now that I can actually hear me in context with the music, it's not so bad. So we're going through, and Zar finds his nice grind tile there, although he only gets one Agma along with that red giant, but that's still a good chunk of experience right there. You're never going to pass up an Agma, not with all the bonus experience they're getting. Now remember, even though, and he gets his herb, so now you can turn that in. Even though Sho is no longer in the race, all the Gentleman's Agreement flags, I believe, are still in effect, so Zardia is still going to need to cast Lock or Lock 2 on the end boss. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he actually has to make it stick, that wasn't made clear to me, but he at least has to cast it once and see if it happens. He also
I believe it does have to be successful. I believe it does have to hit.
Perfect. That wasn't made clear to me. That text was not included with the information I got for this, but I mean it makes sense. Casting it's one thing, actually making it stick's another. He also has to get one of his party members up to level 50, and he has to swap out one of his party members for something else, which, bear in mind, he has not done yet. He is still, even though he's got a red pajama right now, he is still with his base party that he started off with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he sure is. He's doing great.
Yep.
And those actually, that is some fire herb, is what that is. The herb growing in the volcano? Yeah, it's fire.
Spicy herbs. It's part of the Colonel's special recipe, isn't it? 11 herbs and spices?
I think so. Should just be 11 herbs. You don't really need spices in there, I mean. And Septimus, you are correct that the flag to make locked and lock 2 always hit is on.
Oh, perfect. So that's not even a concern. Cast it once.
Yeah. Cast it once, boom, you're done. Was that TNT, Fluffy, from the Elf Prince? I believe so.
Looks like Zar is going through his Earth B4 at this point.
So let's see. So Zar has beat Carrie.
Mm-hmm. He's turning into TNT now.
Yeah, he is. Did he beat Kraken?
He beat Kraken. That was how we learned that Kraken was so beefy. And Dwarf has the rod. And I want to say that Zar was the one that found the vampire floor. Although at this point it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, I believe so. I hope he's taking notes, because I couldn't tell you where it was.
I know, right? I know when I run one of these, because I just did a co-op entrance shuffle recently. It's one of those cases where you really have to pay attention, and you need a full spreadsheet going so you can check everything.
Yep.
Oh, you're not going to kill the Medusa? Come on!
Notes, and more notes, or you're going to get lost.
Notes. All the notes. Now, when we're talking about trying to get a character up to level 50, they're going to want a single-player character grind that more than likely with a black belt or a fighter. More than likely, I would of the trap tiles we've seen so far, I would go back to Short Volcano that we found, and I'd grind on that Chimera tile. That would be the perfect one to do.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I think on that tile you're only going to get 1 to 2 because of the way that it's organized, and we've only seen one on it so far. And you don't want a lot of targets that you have to fight. That while that red giant 3 Agama tile might be great, it would also take way too long to kill it to be worthwhile. The Chimera, on the flip side, once you're a high enough level, 1 hit, they're dead, you move on with your life.
Oh, and you're absolutely right. And those paralisks are really easy because they're not the cockatrices, so you don't have to worry about getting stoned. Not that being stoned is a bad thing, but when you're trying to get it done, yeah, exactly.
If you're in Colorado or something, it's fine. So
yeah, if you're in Colorado like me, we have no troubles at all.
So,
but anybody else, gotta be careful.
Kyne's letting us know there was a potential 3 eye grind tile. I don't remember seeing that one, but
I did see the 3 eyes. I did see the 3 eyes. Couldn't tell you where it was.
No. And the experience on that one's better than the Chimera tile, so if he wants to put in the effort there, depending on how bad the eyes were. Now, we've seen most locations here, and he's got a split. I would not be surprised at this point if, like, both fiends at this point are hiding behind the split, because there's not that many places left to explore, honestly.
No, now he's running out.
Yeah.
He's really running out.
I'm not sure we've seen the location of Vanilla Onrak, and I don't think we've seen Waterfall yet, but beyond that, there's not much else.
It skipped the floor on Marsh. Now he's down by the chest. Yeah, it skipped the floor before it.
Mm-hmm. So this stream is done, or this side of the seat is done, or floor. This side of the split. That's the S word I was looking for.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I knew you. Oh, wyverns and worms.
That's a nice one. I'd take that.
308,
I don't know if I want to grind here
280.
long term, but that's some decent experience.
Yeah, it could be.
Although, that worm looks a little beefy.
Yeah, I was going to say, got a few hit points.
Yep, get out your hot sauce. We've got ourselves a wing party.
We sure do. Wow, 4 for 5, 6, 7. That's pretty good.
That was one of those wasabi
5,400?
habanero wings right there. It was real spicy. And the adamant, yet another fetch quest to follow.
Yep.
Yep.
I think we've got just about everything.
Yeah, we're pretty close on up to full. I'm not remembering much else that's there, and so it's really, I think, at this point, just turning in that adamant, presumably to get the key, and then finding the last two fiends, one of which could be lurking back behind here, because this was a split floor.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. So far, the King gave us the Oxy Ale, Sarah gave us the tail, Bicky had the crystal, Ruby was in the Ordeals chest, Sages had the canoe, Robot had the crown. Of course, we had a ship in a box. I believe the bridge and the canal were in a box too. Sarda had the slab, Matoya had the loot. The chime was vanilla. Elf Prince had the TNT, Narek had the rod. The adamant was in the Marsh Cave chest, which we just found.
So we're not sure what it comes out to just yet.
Not yet, but that's what we found so far. Looks
like on the other end of that March split, we have another sea floor. This is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the transitional floors onto Kraken. And
then there's...
Okay, yeah, this was just a long floor here that leads to the vampire. Okay, so vampire to Marsh split to. Oof, man, this is long. This is a deep dungeon to have a split in. Yeah, as a runifer, I'm sorry if I butchered that. This is an exhibition match of some new alpha flags that's going on right now. It's not a tournament match, but it is featuring tournament players. So, take that as you will. How could I kill the single fiend? Come on, Zardia. He was asking for it.
Yeah, I know, right?
You tortured me so much in the early game. So, North Split goes to that floor that South Split skipped.
Yep. That's weird.
I know.
And then
it's Mirage floor 2.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if he checks any treasures here, because he's got to know he's close to go mode. Oh, that's why he fought the wing platter. It's unrunnable.
Oh, yeah, huh.
So Show's stream went down. He got a blue screen of death on his computer when he was about an hour or so in, and he lost all his save files. So at that point, it just really wasn't worth it for him to come back, because this is a marathon race, and there's no way for him to reset and start this over before we have to switch over to a new game. As you can see, he's back up right now. We got the stream back up for him, but he's at about an hour or so behind. He's playing this just right now for the hell of it.
I hate to be thought to.
Did he find anything worthwhile since he decided to make me eat my words? Thanks. And a Cardia dead end. So this split did
God. That Marsh was more ridiculous than vanilla. Mm-hmm. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that Earth Cave. B4, I believe, is what it was, isn't
B4.
it?
B4. I think this one is B4. Yeah.
I think so.
They all look alike, and when you see them go through them so quickly, it's hard to keep up.
I've gotten a whole bunch of this stuff written down, and I'm still trying to keep up.
I know, right?
My spreadsheet isn't.
He's going to turn in his adamant. This, I think, should be the key. No, I was wrong. It's the cube. So we're still missing that key right there.
Yep, gotta go find that key. I wonder where the key is.
Yeah, I'm racking my brain for who we're missing at this point.
So we need to find...
I believe at this point the only thing we're
the air
missing
boss?
is 2 bosses, because we haven't found Lich or Kraken yet, and we are definitely missing the
No,
key.
Tiamat. Because we found Kraken. I couldn't tell you where Kraken
You're right.
was, but...
You're right. I'm sorry. I thought Tiamat and I said Kraken because that's how this game works. Okay, and he's found Sky 3. Avalon Knight, I'm sorry. I am pretty certain he's already turned in that crown to Astos. I know he saw Astos' castle at one point and then walked away from it, so if either he's already turned it in or he just didn't have it at the time and he's still looking for that crown. Because we had the 2 runners, like, were following neck and neck for the first, I'd say, 20 minutes or so, and then once they both got airborne, they went in divergent directions, and it's been impossible to keep up with them at that point.
Yeah, it sure has been. Oh, and there we go. We go right from Mirage Tower to...
Sky 3.
Oh, yeah,
it was,
Warmech time.
Yep. So this is a forced Warmech, but at level 33 with the spells he has, this shouldn't be a big problem. Now, you're not going to see, like, Warmech hype as far as, like, praying for him to show up, but you will absolutely get your forced Warmech. I mean, bless the Warmech RNG. He's up to 500% on all his stats, possibly. So we could see one of the beefiest Warmechs you're ever going to encounter.
It's very, very possible, especially if we get high up on that percentage. If he gets, like, even, like, 480, oh, man, we're going to be here.
Did Zar just exit out? I believe he did. I think he just decided not to do it.
I didn't see the
fight. Septimus, it's all enemies and boss stats are 500%, and I think it's capped, like forced 500%. So no, it's gotta be. These alpha tags are hard to read sometimes. Anyway, it's up to 500% at a minimum for everything, enemies and bosses. So yeah, Fluffy confirming he noped out and went on to do something else.
No, not a bad idea, but I mean, we're gonna have to get there eventually.
I mean,
gonna have to get there eventually.
Yeah, you're right there, and you're level 30 something. I don't see the harm in at least trying and seeing if you get past him.
Wonder if he's maybe trying to remember where the good grind spots were. Who knows?
Him, her, they, whatever you want to call your Warmech.
There you go.
Looks like Zar is at least still checking some of the greed chests, but he's not checking all of them, so he at least has to know what's going on and know a turn-in that we may be missing. Because he's pretty much go-moding this at this point.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
And that's the key.
Look at the nice old man. Look at the... Wait a minute. I thought he was a nice gentleman. What is this?
He's really let himself go. Get some skin cream. That looks nasty.
Oh, for crying out loud. What is the matter with that guy?
Take a little care in yourself. Get some pride there. And it looks like he's gonna, since he's here anyway, he's gonna go check those key chests and probably the grind tiles just to see what's going on with them.
I don't blame him. We got tent. 1, 2, 3. And that's some hydrants.
A pack of fire hydrants, yep. And they surprise attacked. I'm always worried when I see a surprise attack right off the bat, 'cause I'm like, are you guys, like, high on your ambush rate? Because if you are, I probably don't want to bother with you. Even if you can't
No
damage
kidding.
me, you're just wasting time.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Zar's gonna do. Is he gonna continue on the hydrants? Wow, that was 6,500.
That was decent. That was decent. He doesn't check the other grind tile, though. He probably already knows what it is because he's run across it somewhere else. That is one of the things with the shared grind tiles. If you know where it is one place and you know that grind tile shows up at another place, you don't have to check it again. Something I always forget because I'm crappy at this. I can get through it. I can get through it a decent time, but I'm not the level of Zar and Sho and the rest of the runners in the tournament. So he's picking up his Ice 3 stabs, which I can't really blame him for, because that's lovely.
Yeah.
3 Ice 3 casts, and Ice 3 being the best elemental spell in the game. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Catman on the on Show's side. Don't like those guys at all.
So Zara is still flying the open skies right now, probably looking for those last few places he hasn't checked so he can find Lich. Because Lich is the only thing we're really missing at this point. He knows where Tia is, he just apparently wants the levels before he takes on Hornek. Lich should be an easy kill once he gets there, because Lich is not meant for a party this strong. Even with like 500% spiked stats, he's still not going to be that big a challenge.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And with regards to Dark, let's talk about this for just a second.
Sure.
It looks like Asa Runifer was asking if anybody had ever timed the time lost or saved talking to the old man, right at the front of Castle of Ordeals versus just walking around him. I think it's a difference of a few frames. I don't really see it being like a super huge time difference. What do you think?
I just don't bother, because if I get in the habit of talking to everyone, obviously, aside from the confused old men and the Hooray Dwarf, because if you don't do the Hooray Dwarf, you get bad luck in your seeds. But
yeah,
Hooray Dwarf is best dwarf. But I don't really ever bother talking to him unless I can't remember whether or not I have the crown. So, and really, I should just be able to remember that and use a tracker, but I'm old, so.
Well, that's why I like having a tracker, so we could keep track of what we put down. Now it's like I sort of know what we got.
I always second guess myself, and I'm like, did I remember to track it? Did I not track it? What's going on?
Yep.
So it looks like he's finally swapped out that ninja for a black belt, and he's unequipping all the stuff. He's going in to do that grind, and now it's a question of which one he's doing at the short grind spot.
What do you think, Perilist or time?
I would say Chimeras, just because with a oh wait, no, he has the Ice 3 staff, doesn't he?
Are you seeing this?
Yeah, damage. That was damage spell and poison. Although he wanted his characters to die anyway.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really argue with that. That was kind of convenient. He's refilling the fighter though, which I think that might have been a mistake. Yeah, I mean, with that Ice 3 staff, I think either of the two grind tiles would be fine. And honestly, it's just a matter of how much the experience is versus how long it takes to kill them.
Yeah.
So, the Paralist with an Ice 3 staff, not a huge deal. They're sometimes going to attack faster than you can, which might be the downside. On the flip side, if they're worth more experience in the Chimera long term, it might just be better off.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
Looks like he's going for it.
So 143. So they have more than 143 hit points, but not more than 300. So that's not.
I think he just tried to attack with the Quake Staff, or Quake Sword, which I'm pretty certain won't work because, as flying enemies, the Paraliths cannot be quaked.
Nope.
So he caught it on the second. Oh, and they're already running, so they have low morale. So this grind tile is pretty much out now. Go take on the Chimeras. These guys aren't worth it.
Well, I tell you though, that white mage is really, really stoned.
He's
must have been sharing that dank herb with Matoya.
He really needs to kill off this fighter soon, though, because I mean, if he's not going to take it to level 50, because he's sucking up half the experience the black belt needs.
Wow, he's still getting 10,000.
I mean, when they don't run, yeah. That was a full pack of 7, and he got all of them, so that was 10 grand. But just imagine if he'd gotten 20 off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiner, I guess that was a pretty big range. I guess I should have said more like 276, or was it 8? One of the two. I'm like Dark here. I try not to do any type of math.
Yeah.
So I hate saying numbers, but I feel like sometimes it's kind of necessary.
So he should get a nice 6-pack off of this because a couple of them ran. And that's 78 grand. I mean, I can see why he's sticking around here. That's still some decent experience, and with all the key items he has, it's a good time. Like, I think he waited until he was in full go before he decided to do the grind here, so that's a lot of experience he's going to get. And he's already up to level 42.
Yeah, he's going to be there soon. That doesn't take long when you've got...
No.
Oh, I don't even want to estimate how much percentage they're getting for experience right now. At least 300, maybe?
I can't remember how many key items there are in the game. Like, when we do Final Fantasy Randomizer here, it's not like with Final Fantasy 4 Free Enterprise where we know 17 key items is everything in the game. I think I can't remember what it is here because we have more, honestly. But I know it's a huge chunk he's getting. I would be surprised if it isn't like close to 400% bonus experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll just do math estimates. It's better that way.
There you go.
You can't do actual math on Twitch, but you can rough estimate, and if you're wrong, you're like, I was just estimating, it's fine. Oh, 300.
That's right, 21. I was thinking 19 for some reason. Thank you, Will. I appreciate it, brother. We appreciate it.
Will covering us 21 key items. Remember that for the future. I will try and file that one away so we know. So yeah, at 21 key items, that is 420%. 420 for those fans out there.
Man, 420 all day. That's right. That's right.
And yeah, remember, while you're here, guys, and you're following this marathon and following everyone who's on board with it, make sure to show your love to Show Fukumachi and Zardia. Give them your love on Twitch. Give them a follow if you aren't already. Math Girl's behind the scenes, helping us with restreaming. Game Boy F9 is around as well, keeping an eye on the marathon, making sure everything's running. Give my fellow co-commentator, Mr. Rossetti, a follow. He's been doing great work here, doing tracking and commentating at the same time, while I get to just be a lazy sod and talk. So thank you, Mr. Rossetti.
It's always a pleasure to be in the booth. I believe this is our first maiden voyage in the booth, Dark, and so far so good. We'll have to do that.
Yep, first time together. It's been a good time. I've been enjoying it.
Absolutely. Asa, yes, Zardia and Zar are the same people. Yeah, you know, if Sho does come back, Titan, then I believe that would be the comeback of the century. But he would have to.
He'd have to really
Zar
run
would
it, that's...
Well, Zar would have to run into something catastrophic.
Well, Zar's not moving right now.
I didn't want to say that.
Uh-oh. I think he just lost his game locked up. He just lost, like, those 10 or so levels he earned. And now he has a Fiel.
Oh,
yeah, that's going to cost him about 5 minutes. I mean, it wasn't a huge costly one because he saved right out there and he was already level 34. But that's still a good 5 minutes he just lost on his seed.
But what? Oh, bummer.
Yeah, that
crashed
sucks.
out.
I mean, it's not the end of the world. At least he didn't BSOD as well, so we didn't have to, like, restart this whole race, but...
Oh, no, I know, no kidding. No.
Yeah. So, and it looks like he's just going to do it with all 4 party members right now. So, No lucky troll fight that decides to take out half his party. And he's not moving again.
Oh.
There it goes. Okay. Whew! Don't scare us like that, Zar.
Now it's Sho's turn.
It may just be that we're getting some stutter. I mean, behind the scenes, the restreamer could be having a couple issues, so let's not get too worried about this just yet.
So what do you think Zar's gonna do here, Dark? Do you think he's gonna try to take multiple to 50?
I mean, if it was me, I would have wandered through the lava for a while and tried to kill off as many of the characters as I could, because all I want is, like, by the gentleman's agreement, the only thing you need is one character to level 50, and a level 50 black belt is a force. Even against 500% bosses, he's a force, and you just don't have to work.
Yeah.
So, but that said, it's one of those cases where, I mean, with 500% bosses, it's totally a case where if you want to take them all the way up, yeah, you do it. I don't even question that. It's just a matter of, I don't necessarily think that's something I would do. So,
yeah, it's going to take them a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
But I am curious as to who rolled the seed. Along with several of the other people in chat, I'm a little bit curious myself.
Yeah. But I mean, even now, having to redo his thing, he's still cranking up the levels, and that ice staff is doing work. Ice 3 staff is a godsend.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like everybody's about 38 on Czar's side.
Yeah, he lost about 5 minutes.
Oh.
His grind had been going for a while.
Yeah, he was 43 or 44, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Now, the one thing to be said is, remember, those Paralisks were running from him. So he may be using the extra party members just so he can get as much AoE damage as possible and try and catch them before too many of them get away. Long run, it probably will balance out, just because he doesn't have to stress so much about it. And he's got a lot of casts of everything, so...
Well, and luckily it's not too far out, you know.
No.
It's what we like to, what you and I have coined the short volcano.
Short volcano.
So he just takes about 20 steps to the right, and boom, he's out.
Yeah, Des, you really need to make sure that becomes a seed, or a seed option, because short fiend dungeons would be fantastic. Just add those into Chaos Rush and make it a blast.
It's been a blast now. You know, you walk right in, boom, you're on the final floor of the volcano. You can't beat that. That's gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
I'm actually gonna go suggest that over in the developer section of the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. Like, we need short dungeons.
Good idea. Good idea. You don't think so, Will?
Oh, come on, Will Cleos. The short dungeons will be fun.
Well, either way, I think it's a pretty cool idea.
Oh yeah, no, it's great fun.
Even if there's no way the programming or the coding can get it to work, I still think it's a good. Will, you are right. This is definitely alpha, but I think this is going to turn into something pretty cool. Just like everything else in the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. It's just.
Okay, I've made my suggestion. So we'll see, we'll let the devs hack that out and figure out what they want to do. So yeah, everyone, in case you're wondering, this is an alpha set of flags here that we have, along with the usual stuff you'd expect from Final Fantasy Randomizer. Oh, and it looks like Zardia's done with his grind for right now. He may be moving on to someplace that's got a better tile if he hasn't hit 50 yet. Yeah, but so there's going to be some stuff here that you might not normally see in one of the randomizers you watch online. Certainly you're not going to see most of this during the current tournament, because they always tend to lock down the seed flags and keep things at a certain level during development for a tournament, so that you don't get new stuff that you're unexpectedly. Anything that rebalances the seed during these times. But so some of the things you're going to see is you'll see procedurally generated dungeons, which we've already seen before. Right now the procedural generation is on Waterfall, as well as Earth 1 and Earth 2. Those are like what you'd expect from a roguelike or something. A new randomized dungeon every time you see the seed. We've also got Tavern Mode enabled right now, which allows you to basically hire new mercenaries to replace old party members. So if you have a fighter that's level 33, and you decide to go to a shop that has a thief, you can hire a level 33 thief over top of your level 33 fighter. And if they've already done class upgrades, and you swap out that knight for a ninja, the ninja also gets all of his spell levels he'd have earned up to that point as well. So that's called Tavern Mode, and that one's a lot of fun. They've been using that, and they actually were forced to upgrade one of their characters at the tavern. So Czar got rid of his thief for a black belt once it was time, and so now you see he's sitting on his master, who, I don't know if he's level 50 right now, but he's pretty close, and he may be using Warmech to get the rest of the way there. Using his saber shirt, casting Invis 2, and Wall on his black belt, because black belt probably doesn't have a red ribbon. Yeah, this is a forced Warmech that we have right now. Warmech did something that I didn't see. And his various charges go up. Another couple saber shirts. Another Invis 2. Another Invis 2.
Yeah, so far so good. Oh, Quad X.
Quad X isn't going to do anything with those ribbons in that wall. Warmac did
Nope.
fast, so I can see why they have the Invis going. That's 3 blasts of Invis going across the board. Fight, fight. Fast on the black belt. And another Invis too. This will take us up to 4 charges.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of invis. That's gonna work out real good.
Looks like he's already starting to miss, but I wouldn't be surprised if the White Mage does 2 more casts of it just to make sure they're full up.
Did that black belt just miss?
I think he did.
Last turn?
I think he did. He may need a couple sabers. Yep, and he's sabering again to try and get his accuracy up. And even through 4 clouded casts of Invis, Fire still got hit.
Wow.
So this will take us up to 5 casts. And he's making sure both his Red Mage and his Fighter are fasted up so they can do more damage. Because fast increases the number of hits. Ooh, Warmake has nuke.
Ouch.
They're all high level at this point. That nuke only takes out half their health instead of, a full blast.
All of it?
Mm-hmm, exactly. no one's kissing the floor just yet.
No. They're just blasting him.
600 damage, heal 2 staff. Miss from Warmac, we might be good. And a Cure 4 brings the White Mage back up. 5 hits for over 1,000 damage from the Black Belt. Warmac's still standing. Get our attacks out, get another Cure 4 queued up, get a heal 2 staff going, get everyone up to speed, up to snuff. Black Belt blasts for another 1,100 damage for 5 hits. Cure 4 goes off on the Fighter. Lit 2 comes up from Warmac. That's a fiddly spell. Come on, Warmac, you can do better. Come on! And then Fighter blasts back. Warmac is still standing. Getting our nukes and our Cure 4s going.
Ooh, terminated.
Yeah, 3 hits, 700 damage. Fighter gets the last blast. Nicely done.
40,000.
48. Yep. Level 48 there, and then...
Sho Futomachi's actually doing your idea.
Oh, yeah?
What you had mentioned, getting in the lava and just...
grinding him down to get the Chimera fight going? Yeah, I can see that.
Basically.
I think at this point, since he knows most of where everything is, he's just going to do his solo black belt grind now and see how far he can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he's doing that, he either has an Ice 3 staff or he's going to do the Chimera grind. Tiamat here doesn't look like she's too bad all that yet. And I would figure they'd probably get another level off of Tiamat just from the experience bonus they have. There's a Blizzard. Blizzard's not all that scary with ribbons and wall up.
Nah.
And she doesn't look like she had all that much absorbed to begin with because the Black Belt's already blasting away and now he's fasted.
Yeah, I don't think this boss is going to prove a problem at all for Czar.
Yep.
Wow, did you see that? 15 for 2,000 even. Wasn't that?
Yeah.
I thought that was 2,000 even.
2,000 even, but Tiamat was still standing after that.
Oh, God, that was like...
Face. Woo! And she's like, no, I got this.
That was a lot. That was like 3,500, 4,000 hit points something.
And Black Belt is down over on show sites. The Chimeras are super strong. Yeah, bust out that Ice Staff and do some Paralisks right now, because I don't think you're going to be able to grind on the Chimera just yet.
No. He's going for Carrie, it looks like.
Carrie was soft. She I wouldn't say she was papery, but as far as these tags are concerned, she was fairly paper.
Maybe not paper, but like maybe paper mache.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a cardstock Carrie.
Oh, gracious.
At the very least, Vella. I mean...
Yep.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute.
Oh, apparently he already knew where Lich was and we missed it, because he's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Prove us wrong. Wow.
10 for 1125.
That is certainly not a paper Lich like we're used to.
No, down.
But one round is enough to take him out.
Okay, so I believe, without having a tracker...
Please tell me you saved.
Oh, not this.
Saved, Czar.
Not this again.
Please tell me you saved, Czar.
Other Shadow, stop calling it. No, we don't want to call it. No.
I really hope he remembered to save outside, because, yeah, he needed a cabin. I'm going to check SRL.
What the heck's going on here?
Oh no. Please tell me.
49.
Okay, he's at least 49.
He should be
so
right outside.
He hasn't lost that much time yet. Should be.
Oh no.
But he keeps, like, locking up, I think.
Come on, come on. Okay, where's he at?
Okay.
Where's he at now? So...
And if he's 49, that meant he had Tiamat down. I didn't see his crystal at the time. I think he's flying over to Lich again. This should... Yeah, he's 49. On... Yep, 3 crystals down. He just needs Lich.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, good. So he's not too far behind.
Okay.
I knew he had 3, but then... Oh.
Yeah, no, that's good. I was worried he hadn't saved after Tia and would have to do that whole Warmech and Tia floor again, so... Because you never know! He's good again. I think he was chatting with Sho Fukumachi over in the SRL room, because with the forfeit from Sho, it's not like they have to keep things secret anymore. I'm trying to keep SRL up so we can see what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In Durf, actually what happened is Sho Fukumachi had a B-Sod a few minutes ago, and it actually had wiped out his save file too, so he had to start basically from scratch. And he's still doing pretty dang good.
He is. He's already halfway there. He's re-hitting the places that he knew he had to re-hit. He already has carry down. It's not terrible, and there's enough ribbons and Nazmoons floating around in the seed that if he just kept notes on where stuff was, then it won't take him long at all to get this wrapped up.
Absolutely, and and that's the important thing when it comes to when you have floor shuffle and stuff is notes, and more notes. Because
all the
if
notes
you don't,
ever.
I mean, I've tried to do it without taking notes, like just to see if I could do it. It was extremely difficult. So notes, and more notes. Because that way you save time. You don't spend 20 minutes, or in my case, an hour and a half, just wandering around. Gee, where was this? I can't find it. Oh no. Oh dang. You know, if I had kept notes, would have taken me 10 minutes.
So, I think Zara's trying to communicate with us and make sure that everything's okay. Because I'm sure they're probably going to go over. But they should at least have time to try one Topher here before worst comes to worst. So, yeah, if you see them pausing, they're chatting in the chat room right now. As long as animation's still going, we're still running fine.
Yep. Yeah, Zara's still got animation. I like using the FCEUX because you can pull up the little hexadecimal thing and you can see how it's changing. It's pretty.
Yeah. Okay, Zara's chatting with me right now because apparently there's a situation going on. It may be part of the alpha seed. So as soon as I know what's going on.
What is it giving him? Is it giving him? Obviously, it's giving him problems. Well, we can take a look at Gaia over here, maybe. Armor shop. Oh, I'm selling stuff. Hate I the B-Saw.
Okay, so there is a situation. Apparently, due to the flags we have right now, level 50 is causing a soft lock, because it's probably, I would assume it's going too high and overlapping and causing some memory lock situation. Sho has a chance to finish if he balances his levels properly, and it's because Zar got a little too high and the Warmech caused an issue. And the gentleman's agreement to take to 50 was part of the problem. So at this point, Zar can't finish because the second he kills Lich, he causes a soft lock and the game crashes. Sho is going to try, but we have time on the time slot for Sho to try, but I don't think Zar is going to be able to do anything at this point, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I don't think Zar can hack the ROM to lower his level. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dark, but I don't think he can. I mean, I hope so. Fingers crossed that he can do it, but...
Yeah, I'm going to suggest see if he can get into FF Hackster and maybe hack his ROM so to raise the level cap for 50 so that he can...
found a ship in a box.
Yeah, if he can get his level cap to the point where the Lich experience won't put him over 49, maybe with like FF Hackster, maybe he can hack his ROM so that he can play it out that way. But that's dicey to say the least, and not what we want to see for exhibition rates. It just sucks this is what happens sometimes with alpha flags. Things like this come up, and that's why we alpha test.
Oh, but it's still amazing. I mean, even if there's a little issue, you know what I mean? Something like this is so far out of the box that I love it. Love it.
Yeah. It's alpha for a reason, and this is why we test things out like this. Just sucks that it happened during a marathon. But we're gonna keep trying to play it out. I'm gonna have to double check with the runners behind the scene to make sure.
So how's everybody doing today? We just talk amongst ourselves for a moment here. Hope everybody's having a good Easter. Or whatever, you know? Yeah, Other Shadow, I don't think hiring new members would fix it because they join at the same level, I believe.
Yeah, they join at the same level. And he already has 4 members up, and so there's no way that he can dilute the experience points that way. Lich was just enough experience that he leveled up on all 4 of his party members, and that killed it off at this point. I'm checking in with Math Girl right now behind the scenes to see how much time we have, because if there's like 40 minutes or so left, the players are trying to agree upon a chaos for us to finish this out, just to do something. But unfortunately, we're at the mercy of the rando schedule. So. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it happened here because he was so close to the end with his go mode going, but we may not be able to finish out.
Yeah, Zara, you're exactly right. Alpha flags for a reason. I think this is fantastic. I can't wait to see once we get a couple of these little issues ironed out. This is going to be amazing, just like everything else out of this community. Same thing happened with the floor shuffle. You know, it's going to...
Okay, it looks like the next game on the schedule is Mega Man X. Okay, look, it's on the layout right there. At 6:30. So we're trying to decide whether or not a Chaos Rush to finish this out's going to work. Zara's working on getting a Chaos Rush set of flags going. I assume this is going to be a standard Chaos Rush, so not a big deal right now. GG to both the players for at least trying to get this to work out, and I appreciate them flexing their schedule and coming up with something else to finish out this race. This is what happens when we do alpha tags, and who knows exactly what behind the scenes may have caused this in the code. Could be the tavern mode, could just be something simple causing an interference with it. It's just, they hit the level cap, and that was that.
Oh yeah, I think it was still amazing. And don't forget, everybody, 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, the 2019 Spring Tournament does continue with the revenge match between the undefeated Will Cleosis and the undefeated Tristal MTG. So it'll be 8 p.m.
versus
Eastern.
MTG.
That's right. Will Cleosis versus Tristal MTG. 8 p.m. Eastern. Sister broadcast partner, Speed Gaming 2.
Sunday.
That's right now.
Yeah,
well, a little while from now.
I am definitely gonna have to put up my best Will Cleosis announcing voice for when we do this, because.
Oh yes, you absolutely will. You absolutely will.
And he's casting Nuke on the imps, and they go down. Oh my god!
Will, you know we love you, brother. You know we love you. It's hilarious.
We jest out of kindness because it's amazing. You're one of my favorite announcers, Will.
I know, he's my favorite too.
So they're still getting the Chaos Rush seeds going for this. It'll just be another couple minutes. Zara's being kind enough to get this up and running while Show's just hanging out in the background. So over in Volcano 3, just chilling. Yeah, for those that aren't aware, for the ATM match that's coming up, Wilkliosis and Tristal both came into that match. They were undefeated. Wilkliosis was the serious underdog, because I believe at that point that was the tournament where Tristal had won the time before, so he was favored to win this one as well, the top seed of the match. And Wilkliosis just had the right mix of stuff and actually beat Tristal. It was amazing. And it looks like Randomania is signing off on us, just doing a quick Chaos Rush match, and should give us the time to finish out. If anything, they said a little extra time at the back end is not a big deal. They prefer that just in case the next game takes a little while to set up. So we should be good to go here. Yeah, the 8 o'clock match is 2 hours and 10 minutes from now, if I'm not mistaken. So. And yeah, Randomania is on board, so they're giving us the time we need. Really appreciate it, Rando. You guys are great. I hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. We've got plenty of great gaming coming up. Again, Mega Man X is coming up next on this channel for as part of the marathon, and then at 8 o'clock on it's our sister network, Speed Gaming. We are going to be having the tournament of Will versus Tristal.
And that's going to be a great match.
Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting a long time for that one.
And like last time, they're going to be coming in undefeated each again, so it's another grudge match. Oh, look at that! Siberian Bull in our chat room saying we can take our time right here because he's the next runner. So
love it. Glad to have you, Siberian. Glad to have.
At least he knows when we're going to be ready to go, so...
Yeah, he's like having a front row seat, man.
Yep. Okay, looks like we got our seed up. I'm going to double-check SRL now. They're confirming. Does look like they're synced. And yeah, we're running a Chaos Rush now. They're just getting their party set up.
Yeah, show up for some alpha, and we did a Chaos Rush, man. This is just, it's better and better. Happy Sunday, everybody. Man, this is a great start.
I think behind the scenes they were communicating what they want to do. This isn't like a Chaos Rush like you saw in the tournament, because they have variable classes and 4 party members instead of the standard 3. They haven't let us know what flags we have for this match, so yeah, this will be fun.
Kind of like flying by the seat of your pants, even though you really can't fly by the seat of your pants. I mean, I guess you could, depending on how big the pants were, but probably not.
So, hey, Versailles, do you want to reset the timer if you can?
I sure can.
One second.
OPT Lawyer, thank you very much for rating. Glad to have you. Appreciate it. Glad to.
Okay, I got the alpha flags up for this. I'm gonna double check and see what's interesting for them. So it looks like it is Chaos Rush. I mean, Warmech Required is up, but we're doubtful we're gonna go into Air Cave to see that. Alternate Final Boss, Short Topher, Fiend Tiles, all the usual stuff you'd expect. Free Orbs, free Airship, free Bridge, free Canal. Mazmoon is in the pool, as is a Ribbon.
I like the names that Czar's putting in. No more bugs, please.
No,
I agree.
Okay, so LOL experience is on again with 20% per key item found. 200% prices up to 300% enemies, 300% bosses. Should be just difficult enough without being... And yeah, open party, do as they want. No experimental flag. Oh, wait, one experimental flag. NPC Guillotine is on. If you're not aware of what that one is, when you talk to an NPC that only has one line of dialogue, you can talk to them again to kill them and get them out of your way. So we got Heal 3 Staffs
awesome.
and Vorpal in the weapon shop. I didn't actually see what the spells were because I was, like, you know, reading the tags for you guys. Corneria is Topher, so we got some shuffling going on here. So this is slightly different from your usual Chaos Rush.
Yeah.
Garland has Stinger, gets blasted by a level 1 nuke, so that was in the black pool. And he has a fair bit of health right now. He's a slightly beefy Garland.
Yeah. Oh, down he goes.
2 nukes is all he could take, up to level 3. Sho is exploring out the dungeon in the meanwhile, getting some gold and a pro ring. Zar's going in, buying his peers and his regular potions and everything else he needs. When you're looking for a good meal, you want Beefy Garland's beef stew.
Yeah, there you go.
Check for it in your soup pile. Zar, you're scaring me. Why are you paused here? Oh no, I don't think he had the money for the inn.
Oh no.
Oh no, and he only had 1 health on all of his party members.
Oh.
It looks like he's doing three red mages and a black belt because Nuke was level 1 learnable, so why the hell not, you know?
Exactly.
I
and
can't
it's only
blame him for that.
23.
Mm-hmm. Fast is also at that level, so they'll have to burn charges of Nuke if they want fast, but I mean, to be perfectly honest, when you have 3 guys that are going to be able to have 9 casts each, you don't really care about where things are stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Go remember to hit the end. Don't bite too much, remember to hit the end. So while Zar is getting himself reset and gonna have to go fight Garland again, Sho is on the move, heading up to Vanilla Toph. And that is the waterfall.
Waterfall. Yep.
And remember, it's not randomized waterfall, so no procedurally generated. It's just a standard waterfall this time around. Skips past Horse Cave, moves on to Astos because he can just 1 tile walk in, and that is
Sea Shrine.
Sea Shrine. That's the C split.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure I'd call 3 nukes on a red mage a veteran move because you never want to actually have to reset your party that early on when you've already done some progress. But it's not a bad move when you have to go through with it.
I don't know, man. I think that's what I would do.
We've got contention in the commentator booth. I think Sho's found the first floor of Bahamut, which leads to second floor of Bahamut.
It sure does. And Melmond is Melmond, I believe.
Let me double check on what exactly is shuffled here.
Earth Cave is Sarda, okay.
Okay, that explains that. Seeing Bahamut to Bahamut, the entrances are shuffled, but there's no shuffled floors. So once you figure out where a dungeon is, you know exactly what you found.
Yep.
What did Sarda give us? Volcano is Earth Cave. Sho's heading over and gonna see what the grind tiles are. And chat confirming that Sarda had the slab. So it's at least 20%, if nothing else. And while you're here, you may as well translate it at Melmon, since you found Melmon.
I may as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then if you happen to find Lufane, you can get another key item there and another 20% experience. Not the end of the world.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Thank you, Siberian, for the slab info. We found Provoca over here, and that is Life 2 in a learnable slot. That is pretty. Life 2 and Wall, for that matter. That's fantastic. I think Red Mages can learn everything at level 2, as can the Fighter. Not that he has any, and I don't think Tavern Mode is on at this point, but you want to see some of your best spells at Life 2. And between Nuke and Life 2 and learnable slots, that's pretty. Provoca is Provoca, for those that are wondering. And those pirates are not long for this world, as they get nuked. Pirates, I think, by default, have 3 health points.
6. It's 6 in the vanilla.
6 in vanilla, which means that at 300% stats, they can have no more than 18. No matter what, they were dying to that nuke. Even if Nuke somehow failed its saving throw and only did 100 points, they were still dying.
Even the lowest roll would have killed them all.
There's a Confused Bracer in there, which would work for carry 1. If they don't find extra, though, the Confused Bracer is really not going to be much use. Because the Topher boss versions of the bosses all have protections and high MDef, so actually trying to get through their protections to do a status effect on them is very hard to do. It's 3 in 256 chance normally without, like, Expert, for example, to take that out.
Yeah.
And now we have a tail. And with Alpha Fixes on, converting yourself at the Bahamut, now that we know where it is not a bad idea. Get all your spell charges, get everything you need, your Black Belt's going to be just fine as a Master, and actually get more MDef this time around. I would do the conversion right now while I could.
Oh, I would, absolutely. You got the information. Most importantly, you have the tail. So...
As a Runnifer, or whatever, I'm sorry, I suck at pronouncing your name. As far as I know, the Red Mages are blocked in the early levels from learning not only harms, but also the life slots, so whatever falls in those slots is usually prevented from them. Obviously, chat's going to be able to correct me if I'm mistaken on any of that, but I think that was where the blocks come in. Harm is a White Mage spell, Life is a White Mage spell. You have to actually be a White Mage or a White Wizard to learn those. In the vanilla game, obviously. The slots for those are what causes things to be prevented. East Titan Tunnel is Ordeals, which is open to us.
And there's
he was going for West Titan Tunnel so he can get his Bahamut.
Yep.
Yeah, and Volcano is Earth Cave, and Zardia is now checking the grind tiles, which I was talking over before. Lobster Sea Snack.
Sea Snack? Yeah, I love it.
Well, he's using the fun % flag, so as far as I know, all the snakes are snacks.
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 That's just amazing. Yeah, Mage Kirby's, he couldn't afford the inn, so he restarted, but Nuke was also very cheap, so that's why he got the 3 the 3 red mages.
Yeah, since he had to restart, he just decided to get as many Nuke charges as he could, and I can't blame him for that. And this grind tile right here, as much as everyone hates the lobsters and the seafood party pack, that's a lot of experience they're getting from that.
That's a lot of butt whooping he's getting.
Yeah, downside is, something like that happens and you're dead.
I don't like lobsters anyway, or the stinky old sea snakes.
It just hurts to see that happen after he was already like 4 fights in on his grind.
Yeah.
That's a bad time to take that. Yeah, he's doing what I would do. Now that he's here, he's just like, no, I'm out. I'm good. I'm gonna grind 1 level at a time. And then once they're high enough that my black belt's not going to have anything to worry about, then I'll come back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's because that hurts. Looks like Sho was right behind Zardia on this. Or not.
Yeah.
Or he's just going to go wander away. Okay, prove me wrong.
Yeah, bye-bye. See ya. Okay, right on.
Oh, and Shuffled Towns is off, so of course Provoca is Provoca and all that, because why wouldn't it be? Which means that to get Lufane, they'd have to fly all the way up to the north half of the globe. And while Show is actually doing that, I know a lot of runners won't normally fly up there unless they absolutely have to. Like, you stick to the southern half around the Circle C, Sarda, and Melmond, and then if you can find a good grind tile there, you just get out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's Chaos Rush for a reason. You're just trying to get enough levels and good enough equipment that you can get out of here. And I mean, Hall of Giants isn't bad. That was decent experience he was getting.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Too bad it wasn't like giants. It was such stinky old lobsters and snakes.
Yeah. I mean, with 3 casts of Nuke, you really want to see like vampires or Gurmadusas or something like that over there, so you get a lot of experience. Yeah.
Well, lobsters are scary. You never know if they have crack or blizzard or they hit like Mack trucks or
Cardia Dead End, in case you were wondering. Oh, it looks like I don't think the Cardias are mixed up in this. I guess that's one of the things that doesn't get mixed up. Oh, include Dead Ends.
Show dead.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, the include Dead Ends flag is not clicked on, so... Giant Sword, Falchion, Opal Bracelet. Opal Bracelet's worth walking out. The rest of it, though...
Nah.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a fighter, so Dragon Armor was a complete bust. Neither of them actually have fighters. Just remember, don't go to 50. In fact, don't go above 40. Just don't even risk it.
Yeah, just to be safe. Just to be safe.
Hey, just keep it down low, guys. Brocade, Vorpal, those are worth
changer.
Walking out. Yep. Get your Vorpal hype out.
Where all my Vorpal peeps at?
Yeah, it's a chat's asking if Show's putting in too much time looking for items. It's a question. I know there are plenty of, as I was saying, there are plenty of runners that won't even bother coming up to Cardia because it's just too far out of the way. And that Cardia was actually Astos' castle, so some of them are getting mixed in. Yeah, so it's just a question of whether or not you think it's worth flying up to the northern continent. There are 5 towns and a bunch of key item locations all along the bottom half of the southern continent. Plus you have Volcano and some other areas you could explore there. We already found Earth Cave at Volcano, so there's some good grind tiles. It's questionable about coming over here. There's so much on the southern half of the continent that exploring in here just doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah.
Not to me. Not with you when you already have level 2 life, level 1 nuke, and basically most of the equipment you could ever want. It's questionable at best to bother exploring out the rest of this.
Ooh, crack. Crack is whack. Say no to drugs.
So is Zardia already doing his first attempt here at... He is. He's trying for it.
Yep.
He feels that his levels are good enough. And you never know, it might be true. Like...
Yeah.
I mean, that Tiamat with crack was evil, but... You got a Pro Cape and you got a ribbon from the chests up above. And, yeah, he hit Tiamat for over 1,000 and did nothing, so, yeah, skip that. Go play Lich instead.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Lich is usually not worth respect anyway.
And should be going down pretty quick here.
Looks like he's still swinging a Masamune on his black belt, though, so obviously the black belt's not at his, 32 break point. He may just feel pressed for time. Looks like he has a heal 3 staff, which is pretty. I missed that when you picked that up, yeah. So yeah, randomized treasures are on, so casting items will have various random effects from spells that you can cast in battle. That's not something you see very often, because oftentimes you get, like a nuke staff or something, and that's just broken in the main game. But, when you're pressed for time... So we got Lich followed by Carry. This is basically the best side you can see, so long as they don't have nuke or nuclear on their end. Got a fast on the black belt, got a nuke cast for almost 400. An ink from Carrie. Obviously, she got started with the sprayed. Another nuke for 288. It's a free round there. Masamune comes blasting out, only for 200. Oh! Carrie wallops for over 1,000 damage. That was...
Wow.
Woo! Carrie is packing heat.
Wow!
And that black belt.
Another 1,000.
All you need is one red mage to survive. He had 2. He's got the life chargers. He'll be good to go.
Yep.
He did come in here really under-leveled, though. He just got level 18 on 2 of his red mages. That is a really low level to be fighting this. Right now, though, I think primarily his concern is seeing what it is that the ultimate final boss may be. Because, yeah. Because with ultimate final boss, you never know if you're going to get the undead party pack or something else. Yeah, he's not even... I'm not even certain he can revive, but he got the best one he could. Ultimate final boss today is the Garland party. It's...
oh, that's not too bad.
No, 9 garlands, 8 garlands, and a chaos somewhere in there. But they're beefy garlands. Remember, it's beefy garland beats too. So...
Oh, there's chaos.
Took 2... Oh, and he is hitting hard. He's gonna need more levels. Ooh. There's no question about that.
Unless he gets really lucky.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, 60. Inferno didn't kill him, but that will.
Boom. Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. Now you need to go grind. You got the information, you know what's coming up, you know which side of the volcano is the safe one. Go grind.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what you need is just levels now. Once you get those levels, you'll be good to go.
Chitin, I'm not sure if he had Death Touch or not. I'm also not certain it even mattered, because he, he whacked for 249 damage against someone that only had like 14 left. Death Touch or not, he was dying.
That was a Death Touch all in itself.
Yeah. That was like a flick of the finger, and it didn't matter at that point. Okay, Chitin's confirming that he saw the Death Touch, so that sucks to see, but he still packed a wallop anyway. So, if I was them, I would be looking for some way to get a bunch of Invis 2 casts out, because you do not want to see Chaos even touch you at that point.
No, sure don't.
Get Invis 2 on every party member you can, and then make sure they can't be touched before you even bother with the nukes, because the second Chaos decides to, like, flick one of your party members, they're going down.
Ooh, lobsters.
Doing a wallop. Got him up to level 19, though. Doesn't have the
shows that his black belt. Yeah, shows that his black belt to 25 already.
Okay, so he's in a better position right now, although he doesn't have the information about Chaos. But the flip side, if your party is strong enough, you don't need an explorational dive. You just go and you do it.
Yeah, exactly right. You just get it on. Just get in there and get her done.
Yes, Sho is solo grinding at this point. His black belt is a high enough level that the lobsters and so forth aren't really hitting him for too much damage, and he can smack each one of these with his fist and take care of it. So, and he's targeting the lobsters first because it looks like they're the ones that were doing the most damage.
Yeah, they're not as bad as I've seen in the past, but they're still not the best.
No, and that's the nice thing about the black belt. As long as you aren't wearing armor, he has natural defenses, and his defense goes up at a guaranteed number of points per level. So that at a certain point, he's hard to kill anyway.
He becomes very beastly.
Yeah.
And very difficult, exactly like you said, very difficult to kill.
Level 27
those look like gold.
Huh?
I said those look like gold giants.
They are.
Awesome.
Gold giant frozen carrots. So he's restocking. At this point, I'm not sure if he's done with his grind. Level 27 is probably not bad for where he's at. I mean, I'd want some white shirts or Invis 2 casts, but I mean, of course, there's Invis 2 at white on something. I'm assuming it's going to be a weapon shop. So it could be Thorhammer, or it's not a staff.
Well, it's good either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. No complaints there. I think it's probably like a replacement for the Thorhammer, if I had to guess.
Probably. It is... Oh, wow. Doesn't have the little symbol there.
For the chat, your mileage about whether or not you bother with Mazmoon on the black belt is based entirely on level. I know a lot of runners will say that once they're at level 21 or so, go with it. Others will not remove the Mazmoon until level 32. And I think some of it varies about how big the absorb is on an enemy, how high their evade is, whether or not the Mazmoon's going to be a better choice over their standard black belt fists, for example. So it's a lot of it's up to the runner. But certainly you want your character to be at least 21 so that their fists have their first breakpoint and they start doing more damage. Of course, black belts are squishy up until they're suddenly not. So, yeah, absolutely. They go from being a terrible fighter to like one of the best things in the game. And really it's about level 32 where that becomes the case. So...
Yeah, once they start hitting for 10 regularly, then that's when you start getting some really good damage.
Absolutely. So it looks like he picked up a Lit 3 shirt, or a Gauntlet, and maybe a Cure shirt. Not sure what his exact plan is there. He may be thinking about doing more grinding on the Lobster Sea Snacks, because the Lit 3 is not going to be great against the Topher bosses, but it's going to be fantastic against the Sea Pack. And since he hasn't revived his characters, I think that's his plan.
Yeah, I think so too. That's a pretty good plan.
And I think once he's done with this grind, he's going to be ready to just go wallop through Topher at that point. So I would probably give us about 10 more minutes here, and then we'll probably be finished up. I'd be surprised if it goes much longer than that.
Oh yeah, it's getting pretty close. Just need the last couple of levels, and then you just go boom right.
But you can see the power of these two runners, that even with going, like, for instance, to the northern side of the continent, which they're both at this point doing, and having to spend so long grinding up their characters to, like, level 32 or so, they're still probably going to finish this in under 30 minutes. For comparison, I'm a fairly new player, and a seed like this, as forgiving as it is, probably would still take me closer to, like, 40, 45 minutes. So these two are very well practiced and very good at this game in a way that I'm still learning. Even my menu's getting faster and faster all the time, but I'm still not quite up to this level yet. These are two really good runners. I know Zarper's been playing this game basically since it came out. So
Yep. He's been playing it since it came out, and then started playing the randomizer. And
well, that was what I meant. Was he's been playing the randomizer? I think since like the game first came into existence. He was one of the first people streaming it and everything.
I believe so.
Yeah. So
good stuff.
We all joke about Edgeworth being old man Edgeworth, but you know, if any of the other old people in the party, Zardy is going to be up there just because he's been with this for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't call it the Zardy Islands for nothing, man.
I know, right?
I mean, if your name's basically kind of nicknamed in the game, then that's... I'd say that means you've been around a little bit.
You mean he didn't found those islands himself? I've been lied to this whole time. It looks like
maybe
he's picking up his Banecasts. Banecasts and maybe Stopcasts? Or that might have just been a mistake. Nope, he's definitely picking up Stop as well, so... He wants his status effects. Well, whereas while we see on the other side, that Lit 3 Gauntlet is doing some work, just tearing through the Seafood Party Pack, getting him a nice
he's level 39 already. Wow, it's putting in some...
Okay, you need to stop at some point, Show. You do not want to get close to that level cap. I guess he's going to go to 42, and I don't think he has to worry at that point about the 300% or... Yeah, they don't have the experience, even at LoL experience, with the number of key items they have, which isn't a lot. I don't think he has to worry about the bosses putting him over 50 at this point. So, 42 is probably safe.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's a good even number.
That's his last breakpoint. I believe that takes the black belt naturally up to 10 hits.
So I thought that was 32. It might be 42. I don't...
It's either 10 or 12, and... I'm not sure if my chat is actually updating at this point, so we're just gonna say that he gets 65,000 hits at 42 and be done with it. There we go. So yeah.
Ooh, life 2.
Yep, that was that life 2 that I knew the red mages were gonna be able to get. So
that's pretty.
Yeah, he's. That might have been part of his problem. He didn't have Life 2 initially, so he might have had the money for it. Now that he has the money, Show, meanwhile, doing his last shopping trips, getting all his party members up, picking up pro capes and opals and everything he needs so that they can all survive.
Oh, wow.
Of course, his 42 black belt's not going to have any concerns.
No.
No.
He's done. he just has to walk. He just got to walk.
I mean, if it was me, I'd wish I could find some ribbons and some pro rings. But with Life 2 on 2 of his casters, it's still not a big concern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black belt being that tough does kind of feel like playing with the cheat code, but that's how they naturally are. That's just how they're built. They're just beefy, ruthless, punch your stinking lights out.
Of course,
if you're not careful.
The flip side is getting a black belt to that level in the vanilla game was so difficult because at that point, experience was so stingy in that game. And plus, of course, there's the simple fact that when you're playing Final Fantasy Randomizer, the game goes so quick. If you ever go back to vanilla and try and see how slow the game is at that point, I know. Actually,
it slows way.
Yeah, grinding to 42 with the black belt in the vanilla game was an impossible task. If you got that high so that you could have your beefy black belt, you earned it.
Oh, you earned it, indeed.
Yeah.
I remember leveling up when I would do like my 3 or 4 black belt parties. I remember leveling up to level 6. That took a while. And that was just level 6 on imps.
Yeah, I mean, grinding in the original game was just a tedious chore. As we see, I think Zardia forgetting where Topher was and flying over to... Zardia, if you're trying to find Topher, it's at Corneria. Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Meanwhile, Shofukumachi with his 42 Destruction of Terror is already up to Chaos and his 8 friends. Get beefed up because clearly what you needed was, that many extra hits on your black belt.
Yeah.
Takes out 3 of the 5 garlands. One of them is presumably still Chaos unless the middle one and didn't even... I mean, when you're doing 2,000 damage, even real Chaos isn't really going to stand up for that. It looks like Chaos is the north one. We've already had a couple Invis casts go, and a fast. Another nuke cast comes out, deals 372 damage, 11 hits for about 900 damage. Chaos takes out the white mage, says, nope, no more of that Invis 2, you live with what you have. And yet, that Invis 2, whatever it is, comes out from the red mage, so another round comes out. We'll see if that enrages Chaos even further. 2 more. Nuke, and Power Fist.
Yeah, let's see. Inferno
comes out. That takes out the red mage, takes out the black mage, but I don't think he even cares at this point. 10 hits swirl. 10 hits, 876, I believe.
9 545.
545. So whole damn prey at this point. 6 hits for 300. Fire 2, Ice 2. Damage 280. Bullet 2, 6 hits for 382. Beefy Chaos. 11 hits for 656, and that takes out Chaos. That is GG show.
And I think Czar's right behind him.
And that is a done from Shofukumachi with an official SRL time of 26 minutes and 42 seconds. GG to show. And as I said, that was 26 minutes on a seed that I think would probably have taken me closer to 40. So,
yeah, easy.
The equipment was too good, and I would have wandering around being like, I want to buy this, la 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 la. So we're just waiting for Czar to finish his out. He's on the same path right now. Pretty blue lich.
Yeah. Can finally get rid of that resting lich face, if you know what I mean. And should be... Nope. Wait. Bye-bye. And don't forget, everybody, and just the Will Cleosis versus Crystal MTG match. It is 8 p.m. Eastern on Speed Gaming 2. I will be there.
And then, I have to be there. I'm commentating with Falconic FF. And then, following up next here on Randomania, of course, for the Randomania Mega Marathon, we have Siberian Bull. Mega Man X. It's a game I love watching in speedrun form. I don't know which version of it he's going to be running. He can probably let us know in the chat. But whether you're doing 100% or which, I mean, even I think the any percent is still usually 100% because the Hadouken you get in that game is, it's so powerful.
Awesome.
You usually get it because it's faster. Oh yeah, I know. It's an absolute necessity if you want to speedrun that game. But yeah, no matter what. I'm being told it's any percent, which I assume means no Hadouken. Woo.
Oh, there you go. Should be a good round.
We have we have Xar Tonadoken against the beefy carry we had, who, yeah, she is blasting left on those nuke casters to survive. Although I think he's still low wielding a Mazamoon right now. I think for Siberian Bull, his Mega Man X is true any percent, so probably closer to low percent, honestly. Oh, and he wiped out and has to go in again.
Oh. It's alright, he'll get it.
He'll get there. No worries.
Picked up those
He's
last
a pro.
couple things. Oh yeah, he knows what's going on. He's ready to end this. I'm pretty.
I just hope that he can get past it, because that carry seems like a bit of a wall. Even without like any powerful spells, she's still wrecking face on his red mages.
Oh yeah.
But that is, of course, the problem with coming in with a low-level black belt. Like, if you still maybe wield the Mazamoon, your black belt may not be a high enough level. Yeah, you can see he's getting 20s and 21s on his heroes right now. They're still kind of squishy for a carry like this.
Yeah, a little low.
A little low.
Oh, that's kind of what you want to see, though, right there. Bit of a free round. Fast nuke.
Well, with a carry like this, you want... And a 3 nuke is a good roll there. 162 is a little low. Mazamoon for 103. Yeah, he's not getting the damage he needs with that Mazamoon. Looks like he might try to lock there on carry. We're going to see if that hits. Nuke for 193. 4 hits for 83. Another nuke. I didn't see the damage on it. It went too fast.
Yeah.
12 hits from carry for 740. Takes out a red mage.
Wow.
Oof.
That one went by real quick.
Yep.
12 hits for something.
Yeah.
12 hits for death. Oh!
And she's down!
Down she goes. Down she goes.
Perfect.
Excellent.
That's what you need. Get those life 2 charges out. No, yeah. Go around. So, Xar, go around. Don't go back. I've made that mistake before.
Oh, that life 2 is such a savior. That's a menu savior. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
So, that saves you tons of button presses.
Oh, yeah. So it looks like he's actually protecting up his black belt. It's the thing of, at level 21, your black belt's not going to have a ton of health. A ton of defense. So, at that level, an Opal Bracelet may actually be... I think Opal Bracelet's somewhere in the range of, like, 30 defense points. And since I think the black belt only has 21 defense points at level 21, you want that Opal on there, and Opal and the ribbons could be better than his natural defense.
Oh, it sure will be.
Oh, and Garland's just wasting time by casting Stinger.
Oh, no. I don't think Sho saw Stinger, did he?
No, he pretty quickly got his nuke casts out, and that wiped out most of the Garlands before they had a chance to do much of anything.
That's a time waster.
Got his Ice 3 coming out to try and back up the nuke, which actually is not a bad call, because a nuke with the plus an Ice 3, considering how much damage they were doing, that should wipe out Garland, although I think he's mostly prioritizing his Ice 2, or his Invis 2s, which I can't blame him for. We saw how bad Chaos was hitting, and now Chaos is missing. So, try to decide if he wants to do one more round, or just go with the full tilt blast, but Ice 3s and nukes are the name of the game right here, trying to wipe out as many of the Garlands as you can. Down to 2. One of them's Chaos. A Fire 2 cast from actual Chaos, that hurts. Fast on the black belt to up his damage.
So there's Chaos.
I call it Chaos in the corner pocket.
Dang right.
Cast and lock again, and Temper on the black belt. And no more charges there, so he's going to just blast out with another nuke. And a hit from the black belt for 123. But with Chaos not being able to blast any of them with his actual physical damage, this is a much safer fight this time around.
Absolutely.
Using all the temper charges he can. You were going to say?
No, I was just going to say he had the information, got the few levels that he needed, and now it's just now it's just do it. And add this.
Yeah, the only downside.
Only
downside is the fact that you're giving Chaos a chance to continue casting spells, and if Chaos has any of those nukes or nuclears in the file, woo! You don't want to see that.
No, preferably
so wisely bring out that heal 3 staff he earned, so he can try and get his red mages back up and standing. Meanwhile, Chaos whacks and misses, so that's another free round here for sword and nukes. I think black belt's back up to full health again, so that's really what you care about, is having your black belt up. But I think I saw 11 damage from one hit. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, and oh god, Chaos got an attack through and they got a heal staff again. Whew. And it was a 1 damage to Masamune, so yeah. Bring out the heal staffs, we need that health back now before the black belt gets wiped out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Desperation moves, I think, trying to cast Bane. Remember, Chaos has... Oh, no!
Ooh. Nobody's dead, though.
Left.
Nobody's dead.
He's still alive! He's still alive! And a heal 3 staff will come back out to try and revive it again. 75 health points on that black belt. Come on!
Keep fingers crossed for that Bane.
Oh.
Bane.
4 hits for 26. That's what you want to see from that Masamune. Another heal 3 staff comes out. Gets the black belt up to 133. Swirl, though. Swirl takes him down to 49 health. He is still alive.
Oh, everybody's got double digits.
Ugh.
All but one on the knee. Bane strats. Ooh, Bane strats.
Third red mage is the MVP, keeping that black belt alive with the heal staff.
Absolutely.
Oh god. Oh no! And the heal staff is down! We have 31 health left on that black belt, and that is it.
Bane.
Desperation Bane cast.
Come on, Bane. Ooh.
This is gonna wipe out the black belt. Oh, he's still alive with 16 health to go.
Oh,
he's out of
last chance, Bane. Last chance, Bane.
Another free round from Chaos. 6 hits for 171. Bane cast misses.
Ineffective.
Going with Zap now.
Ooh.
4 hits for 362. Zap. Another miss from Chaos.
This is close.
Another Zap. Zap comes out from Chaos at the free round. Nothing happens. 4 hits for 152. Zap.
No Zap.
Doesn't happen.
Get it in there.
4 hits, 145. Chaos misses. Zap comes out.
Nope.
I almost feel like Chaos is stuck in a memory loop right now.
Ooh.
Oh, there goes that.
Something for 22. Oh, he missed. Oh, he missed. 6 for 22.
6 hits for 22.
Ew.
2 hits for 2 damage, and that's a white. Oh, that hurts.
So close.
And
I think
Czar
he's
has
gonna call
forfeited
it
from the race. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, GG, you guys. That was rough.
GG, Czar. Thank you guys for running this Chaos Rush race after the original race.
GG show.
Soft locked on us right there. That was harsh with those alpha flags. Oh, we feel bad for something like that. But it was a good race, and we appreciate both the runners for doing everything they can.
Oh man.
Sucks.
Don't forget about an hour.
Yep, that's going to wrap it up for us here. I'm going to be back on with Speed Gaming over the next tournament match at 8 o'clock. Following up this right now, we have Mega Man X here. I was Darkmoon. Joining me in the booth was Mr. Versetti. Our runners were Zardia and Sho Fukamachi. Make sure to give everyone your love. Give them follows on Twitter. Follow Math Girl, who's been working behind the scenes to keep all this running. And, of course, Game Boy F9 for getting things organized. Mr. Versetti, you got anything else to say?
No, that was a heck of a race. I love seeing the alpha stuff. If you're not part of the community, please come on over. We'd love to have you. And that's it. Take us home, Mr. Dark.
Yes, and we are good to go. Thank you very much, and we will see you guys next time.